our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But Jesus Christ is death for all we hold dear. But let us die without a shred of meaning. How to therefore consecrated mission of Fatherland, peace be our soul and place. Different indeed shall be our dedication. Spinning our blood, we count our privilege. And when we stand that which emboldened thee free, shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible that crowds. When we have voiced the word of battle to you, we shall remember those who died in mass. When shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory? We score all night and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to reach the humanist call, to live and not, to count the cost each day. Let us to save Jesus' grace, to make display our wonderful righteousness. All hail, Biafra.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of Biafra. Welcome to this program this evening as the heart. We are indigenous people of Biafra. We have come this evening to do justice to a lot of issues that is facing us. We are here to bring this beautiful and interesting program to you. Wherever you are watching us from, I want you to know that the people you are going to see on this program today are great Biafrans, men that matters in the struggle. those people that I can beat my chest and say that indeed they are called for this purpose. And I must tell you that this evening program is going to be exceptional because of the calibers of men that you are going to have in this platform today. Therefore, wherever you are watching us from, I welcome you to this beautiful program this evening. I am going to bring in my fellow comrade, my great comrade, those men that does marvelous in this movement, those men that have made sure that this movement is moving fast and stable. We are not here because we just want to be here. We are here because God called us to be here. Because so many people that started this struggle with us have fallen by the roadside. But I must tell you that the people you are going to see on this platform this evening are the men that God have chosen to restore our nation, Biafra. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, share this program, share it, because as it is hot, now so will the bring them given to you this evening. I have with me this evening great man that is from the riverine area, from the coastal region, the current African rep, the one and the only Tari Nemi. He is going to join us on this platform. I am co-hosting with him, alongside with one of our great brother from all the way from Australia, Mazi Solomon Peter, is going to be here. This night, believe me, you, my brothers and my sisters, it is going to be hot as it is hot. In fact, this night is going to be more hotter than the hottest. However it is. English is not our language. So however I speak it, please accept it like that. And this is the reason why you must have to share this program. This is the reason why you must take this program to every nook and cranny of the internet. Take it to the YouTube, take it to the Facebook forum, Facebook pages, take it to anywhere, be it WhatsApp. I want you to share it because the world is going to listen to our great men today. And the Mazi Ikem, oh my goodness me, the man that when he handles a topic, he brings it down and pieces it, then fix it together again. These are the great men that you're going to see with me this evening on this platform. Therefore, as it is hot, now so good they bring them. My name, remember, Ikem, and I am your servant, the servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. I am presenting this program to you, but I'm anchoring with them. But Chukwu Kikabiama is the main anchor of this program. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, invite your friends, invite your family members, because what you're going to hear from this platform this night is something that you would like to know. And therefore, I said, welcome once again to each and every one of you that is watching us wherever you're watching us from, all over the world. I am bringing in Mazitari Nemi to this platform, and Mazitari Nemi is our current African rep, the dogged man from the riverine area, the resilience spirited human being that I've ever seen in this struggle. He is a man that speaks, and you see wisdom in every word that comes out of his mouth. And this is Mazitari Nemi. I am bringing in Mazi Solomon Peters. Mazi Solomon Peter is joining us at the same time, and I'm bringing in Mazi Patrick Ikem. Oh my goodness me, this night is going to be very, very, very palatable. And please, I want everybody to mute please, you kindly mute your system. Mazi Ikem, mute your system. Mazi Solomon, mute your system. Mazi Tarinemi, mute your system. When I call upon you, then you can open your system, you can unmute your system, then you speak to Biafrans. Please, as we are joining this program this night, I ask you to share this program, because we are going to do justice to a lot of issues. We are going to address a lot of issues. We are going to touchlight many issues that you would like to know. However, we are going to pray. And in this, our prayer is going to be very, very short, because I want us to have more time. I believe that this program is going to last at least 3 hours, but I want us to have more time to speak, because we're going to have call. It's going to be an interactive section. You know, in this struggle, we have so many people, but we only acknowledge 2 types of people in this struggle. Excuse me, 3 types of people. Those that come for Biafra to be restored, those that come to make money from the struggle, and those that come to be noticed. And the men that you are looking on this platform this evening are among those that have come that Biafra may be restored. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, let us pray to Chukwu Kabiama before we go on to bring this beautiful program to you. eze Chukwu okike abịa ma eze onye nwe anyị nna ya kpọkọọ gị na mgbede anyị na-ayọ gị, anyị na-ebuni gị na anyị na-asọpụrụ gị, anyị na-asị ka ị bịa nara ekene. Chukwu okike abịa ma ka mbunye elu ka ịja mma ka otito niile na afa nsọ niile bụrụ nke gị. Nna bịa nọnyere anyị na mgbede a, anyị na-akpọ gị, anyị na-ayọ gị ka ibido dodo bịa nyere anyị aka na nwere onwe ụmụ Biafra. Chukwu okike abịa ma anyị na-asị ka ha rabụ ndị niile na-agba mbọ ịfụ na ha megidere anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra. Chukwu okike abịa maka imegide ha, maọbụ nwoke maọbụ nwaanyị, ebe ọbụla nke ha na wee na-agba izu ọjọọ were sị na Biafra agaghị abịa. Chukwu nna biko megide ndị dị otu a. Anyị na-ayọ gị ka ị bịa chekwaba ndị ESN, Eastern Security Network, na-agba mbọ ịfụ na ala Biafra ga-abụ ana ndị Hausa ama na mbịa welu. Chukwu okike ama biko ebe ọbụla ha nọ chekwaba ha, ọpụpụ ha na mbata ha jebe ha ga-ejele ha naba anaba ha ga-analụ. Nna anyị na-ayọ gị ekwekwana ka ifere bụ ụmụ gị, n'ihi na isi na ọ dịghị nwa gị ọbụla nke nụyọ gị ife ke ịrọ gị anụ nke ị ga-ewere okwute wee nye ya. Nna anyị akpọkuo gị ma werekwa maazị Nnamdị Kanụ wee tinye gị n'aka, si ka ị gozie ya ma chekwaba ya ebe ọbụla nke ọ nọ. O jebe ejebe ọ ga-ejele ọnaba na ọ ga-analụ. Ụkwụ ọjọọ ama mkpụ ya mana eke mana ori mana afọ mana nkwọ ụmụ Biafra niile ebe ọbụla nọ na mba niile. Ana m asị all the principal officers nke nọ na-agba mbọ iji fụ na njem anyị nọ n'ime ya ga-abịa na mmezu. Asị m ka Chukwu okike abịa ma gọzie fa. Nna ekwekwana ka ifere mee ndị gị. Chukwu okike abịa ma ka ha rabụkwa ndị nke nọ na Biafra land, ndị niile nke ndị uwe ojii na-achọgharị wee na-ezuru n'ori. Nna anyị na-asị ka imechie anya ndị dị otu a, ndị uwe ojii niile, ndị ọgba mgbọ niile na-achọgharị ụmụ IPOB ma na Aba ma na Anambra ma na Enugu ma na Igwe Ọcha, ebe ọbụla nke ha na-agba izu wee sị ka aje nwude ndị IPOB, ndị principal officers. Chukwu okike abịa ma nna asị ka imegide ndị dị otu a. Mgbe ha ga-azọ njem a, moto ha nwe asidenti ya gbaa ọkụ n'ụzọ. Nna anyị na-ayọ gị ma kwetakwa na ị ga-emere ife niile dịka ka anyị si yọọ gị ya. Nna tinye ya ezigbo okwu n'ọnụ nke anyị ga-eji wee zie ụwa ozi, n'ihi na ozi ọma gị ka anyị na-agbasa, ozi ọma nwere onwe ụmụ Biafra ka anyị na-agbasa. Oge anyị ga-emecha ọgbakọ nke a ka ibunye elu ka ịja mma bụrụ nke gị. Nna anyị na-ayọkwa gị ekwekwana ka anyị nwụọ tupu Biafra na-abịa. Anyị na-ayọ gị ka inye anyị ndụ n'ogologo ndụ, inye anyị ogologo ahụike na enu ahụike, ka anyị nwee ike ịdị ndụ wee fụ Biafra na ndụ na ọ bụrụ n'ọnwụ. Nna mekwa ka ezinụlọ anyị niile tọrọ ka ute, ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ndị nke dị ime ka ha mụọ nwa dịka ụmụ nwaanyị Hibru. Nna ụmụnna anyị ndị nke nọ na mkpọrọ, anyị na-asị ka isetụpụ aka gị ka ime ka ha nwere onwe ha, n'ihi na ụlọ mkpọrọ bụrụ ụlọ obibi ha. Nna anyị na-asịkwa na ụmụnna anyị ndị nke nọ n'ụtọ ọya, ụmụnna anyị ndị nke nọ n'ụtọ ọya, nne na nna anyị ndị nke nọ n'ụtọ ọya, metụ ha ka ọgwụgwọ nsọ gị ka ha bụrụ ndị nke ga-enwere onwe ha. Nna anyị ayọọ gị ma kwetakwa na ị ga-emela anyị ya. Na-achọ okike bịa maka ikpelu ise 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 ise. Ụmụ Chineke, my fellow brothers and sisters, this evening we have only but few topics to discuss this evening. Only but few topics. Please, Mazi Ikem, I would like you to unmute your system and introduce yourself to Biafrans worldwide. Go ahead, unmute your system and introduce yourself to Biafrans.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother Mazi Chukwubi Ikem. Thank you for giving me this honor to be on your program this wonderful evening. Today, 28th of March 2021. And the time here is 20 minutes past 8 p.m. In Veneto, Italy. And my name is Ikem Patrick Dike. I'm also a broadcaster on Biafra Television. Mazi, I don't know if you are live on Biafra Television.
I want to go there right now.
Okay, yeah, because I've tried to check if you are transmitting from BTV, and I haven't gotten any signal. And it's my pleasure to be here. I'm happy to also be a guest, not just host all the time, because I keep hosting people and nobody is hosting me. So Mazi Chukwubi Ikem have given me the pleasure to be hosted, and I hope and I believe that this wonderful epic program will open the eyes of our people, bring knowledge to where is needed, and also motivate the souls of those who are falling behind, and give reason for those who are backsliding to return back to the struggle and become part of what we are doing, because we don't have any option than to continue firing this bullet until Nigeria is down. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very, very much, my brother. Live right now, we are live on Biafra TV, and we are live on Aside Hot Biafra TV. We are also live in so many platforms. We are making sure that this movement, that this particular program is shared extensively, and we targeted at least 1 million Biafrans to listen to this program in the next 48 hours. Please, my brother Mazi Solomon Peter, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to Biafrans. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good morning from my end here from Sydney, Australia. So today is 29th March 2001 at my end. And according to the Biafran time, I will be greeting at the time of Biafran to all Biafran who are joining into these very programs and to the lovers of freedoms and all the people who loves what we are doing as to restore Biafra. So I will be greeting you in Biafran time, which is good evening. You are welcome into this very program. I am here to introduce myself, which I want everyone who is listening to know who I am. I am Solomon Peter, and I live here in Sydney, Australia. So I come from Anambra State, and Anambra State, local government. For local government, I'm an indigenous of Okuzu, which is Biafran land. So thank you so much, Mazi. She became for bringing me into this very program this morning. I so much appreciate. Thanks.
Thank you very, very much, my brother. We are noticing that that our brother Mazi Terry Nemi is coming in, and it seems like the network is kicking him out. He have come in before, and we noticed that he left, and he come again, and he left again. We don't know what is actually happening, but we are going to wait for him to join us. Once he joins us, we are going to bring him in so that he can introduce himself properly to our people, because a lot of idiots are out there ranting and making noise, saying that Mazen Nnamdi is not consulting anybody from the riverine area, that Mazen Nnamdi is not giving our people from the riverine area, from the coastal region of Biafra, opportunity to be part of this movement. And I tell them that they are liars. Therefore, here is our current African rep in this program right now. Please, Mazi Nemi, can you go ahead and introduce yourself? Mazi Nemi, if you can hear me, please kindly introduce yourself to Biafrans.
Good evening from
Are you still there, Mazi Nemi? Can you hear?
Biafra and lovers of freedom. Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello, can anyone hear me from there?
Yes, yes. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I can hear you loud and clear, but I don't know if you can hear me.
The world is hearing your voice. Go ahead and speak, my brother.
Hello?
Go ahead. The world is hearing you. Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead. Yes, yes. Go ahead. We can hear you,
I
bro.
want to be sure you can hear me. I want to be sure everyone can hear me.
Yes, everyone is hearing you. Go ahead and speak, please. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yes, as I was saying, good evening, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. My name is Charinemi. I am from a town called Udu in Bayelsa State, and Bayelsa State is in Biafra land. Bayelsa State is an Izon state in the zoo, which the zoo called Bayelsa is a portion of Izon land in land, which is called Bayelsa. Okay, and that's where I came from. By the special grace of God, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as African rep. And that's me. Thank you very much, my brother. We can go on.
Thank you very, 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 very much, Nemi. We noticed that your network
is from my end. I don't know whether it's from my end.
Yes, yes, we heard you. We heard you, my brother. The whole world heard your introduction. It's just that your network is not that strong. So, but everything you said here, we heard you very loud and clear. Thank you very, very much for that introduction. And now, Mazi, we noticed that his network is fluctuating, so we are going to wait for him to keep coming in and going out until it is stable. this evening on this platform, we say welcome to each and every one of you that is watching us live and direct. We have few things to discuss about, but these few things I want us to deal on it extensively because our people are waiting. So many people have inboxed me. So many people have been asking me, Prince, why are you people not talking about this particular issue, about some charlatans that went to Abuja? There are some charlatans that went to Abuja. They were paid. They were sponsored. You know, these charlatans were sponsored by the state, by the Nigerian government, by the governors from the eastern region, those that are fighting against our leader, and the idiot they called Ucheme. For this is how they ganged up with the pig from the creek. They called Asari Dokubo. They ganged up and they called these charlatans. They paid them. I heard that they gave them, I think it's 50,000 naira. From the information I'm getting, that they paid them 50,000 naira to come and wash their dirty linens outside. And they went to Abuja and they danced naked in the marketplace. It is a dance of the idiots, of the animals. So, and I want us to talk about it. I want us to touch light about it because this has to do with us. If we do not touch light it, if we leave them, if we don't talk about it, it will look as if we are afraid of talking about them. I am not afraid of speaking about anybody. So we have to talk about them. But before we talk about them, there is something that I want to show on this video. I want the world to watch. When you are done watching it, you'll be able to key in with the analysis that you're going to get from this platform this evening. Because as it is hot, now so we they talk them. We don't spare no idiot. No matter where you come from, as long as you are an impediment to this movement, to the restoration of Biafra, we will crush you. It doesn't matter where you come from. We don't give a toss. We don't even want to know who you are. You can do anything you want to do. You can go to hell for all we care and take money from any idiot. Then come to wash your dirty linens outside. But we, in this platform, we are going to bring you out to showcase you, to show you to the whole world. Since they said, if we talk about you, that we are going to make you popular. We are going to make you popular, but you should choose whether it is in the positive or in the negative way. So making somebody popular is of two types. It's either you make that person popular in a positive way or in a negative way. So, however, today we are going to dissect this idiot. We are going to dissect this idiot. But before we dissect this idiot, I want to show the world something that you have to put down there in your heart. I want you to watch very, very close to what you're about to see now. When you are watching this, then when we begin to give analysis to this idiot, that animals are far better than, then you understand why we are doing what we are doing. This is tortoise. This is tortoise. I want you to watch. Please, Biafrans, watch. Watch very, very well. One of the tortoise fell down and somersaulted. So it was facing upward. The tortoise cannot move. This is an animal. And the second tortoise, the brother, or should I say the sister, or whatever it may be, went and helped this tortoise to pull this tortoise up. Watch it. I want you to watch it. It is something that you are going to use to build as a preamble because of the topic we are going to speak about today. This is an animal. Look at it. This is an animal helping each other. Helping each other, pushing the. You see it. Thank you. You have seen it. I want you to watch this very, very well. Watch it again. That is a tortoise helping a fellow tortoise. Helping a fellow tortoise. That is a tortoise helping a fellow tortoise. And now they moved away. And now they moved away. Because on this platform, we like to practicalize things that we are talking about. We like to show you people example of whatever we represent. This is a tortoise. It fell down and was facing upward. Without the second tortoise to come and push it up, it will remain there and is going to die there. It is going to remain there and is going to die of hunger there. But the fellow tortoise, which is an animal created by God, came and lifted it up. Rendered a help, a hand of. I don't know how I'm going to explain this for you people to understand how I understand this particular footage that I just show you. This tortoise helped a fellow tortoise to regain its freedom. But inside our own land, in our own place where we call our own home. Our brothers are the people dragging us down. Our own brothers are the people that are pulling us down. When they notice that you are moving up, when they notice that you are breaking through, when they notice that you are trying to make something good, do something good for your community, they will drag you down. And this is human being for you. If animal can help a fellow animal to regain its freedom, ask yourself, this idiot that we are going to speak about them today because they want to be popular and we are going to help them, are they thinking at all? What they are doing, is it? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to, I'm trying to fathom the reason why these people are busy trying to drag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. Why a tortoise is helping a fellow tortoise to wake up and to keep moving, to survive. But a fellow animal, help a fellow animal, but a human being that God created is dragging his own people down. There have been a lot of killings in Biafra land. Our people are being massacred left, right, and center. Our women are being raped. Our farmland are being destroyed. These idiots, these charlatans that we're going to talk about them this night have never, ever protested, not even holding a program on the Facebook to speak against the killing of their own mother and raping of their own sisters. The kidnapping of their own people, they have not talked about it. They have never held any kind of, should I say, a protest against the killing of their own people. They did not do that. But they now went ahead to organize themselves, sponsored by the governors from the eastern region, sponsored by the Uchemefo, Asari Dokubo, and cohorts, just to drag one person down. And this one person they want to drag down is the only man that cares about the well-being of our people from the old eastern region known as Biafra land. The only man that cares about you, the only man that is interested in your well-being, the only man that have said no to the Janjaweed that have come to conquer us. They have paid our own brothers to drag him down. And we are telling you that the 1 million of them don't reach anything. I do not want to continue mentioning their names because they are irrelevant. But on this platform, we are going to dissect them and we're going to wash them clean because they have chosen to toe on that path of destruction. So we are going to help them because I know that what we are doing right now is justice. Humanity is going to speak about these people, and from our analysis here, the world is going to know the kind of people we have and the reason why they are doing what they are doing. I'm going to expose a lot this evening on this platform. And on this, we're going to discuss about it. And I want us also, I'm going to play the voice of this same idiot. I don't need to mention his name here on this Hello platform. But this same idiot that went to Abuja to visit the United Kingdom ambassador to complain and asking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be extradited. I'm going to play his voice for people to know that this idiot is hungry. I've told the world that the reason why they are doing what they are doing is because of hunger and starvation. The Fulani Janjaweed have impoverished us to the extent that our people doesn't have common sense anymore. They have underdeveloped our region. They have done a lot of damages in our well-being. That is why some people are hungry to the extent that they can even kill their own brothers to get something to eat. They can sell their own father to get something to eat. They can sell their own mother to get something to eat. This idiot was begging for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to join, for him to join IPOB volunteers. And nobody gave him listening ear because first and foremost, he went and joined the Islam in the north. I have the pictorial evidences of everything I'm going to talk about here, and I'm going to show them one after the other. This idiot that went to Abuja was begging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, crying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should forgive him. He called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu my father. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu happened to be his own father. That is a man that is fighting for us. That is a noble man. That is a good man. After castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, collecting money from IPOB all over the world, calling Nigeria zoo, saying that he's going to fight Nigeria, he's going to do this, that he's a general. After all that, nobody listened to this idiot. And this idiot went ahead to join the gang, the wagon of the idiots that want all of us dead. They have given him 50,000. It was 50,000 that was given to this idiot too. 50,000 naira for your information. For all this nonsense you see them doing, but they have never come up to do anything in support of, to protest against the killing of their own people inside Biafra land. Our people are being raped, our women are being killed. A womb of a Biafran girl was removed because they raped her. They destroyed her life. This idiot cannot even protest about it, cannot even talk about it, but they have the effronteries, the nerves to go to Abuja and they circle themselves. How many of them? They are not even up to 10. They are not even up to 10. Even the people that are sponsoring, they cannot even pay them. 50K, that is what is given to the leaders. And those that are following them, I don't know how much they gave them for them to say their own brother. 50,000 naira. And look at what is happening. A tortoise helped a fellow tortoise to stand up and move. But a human being whose house is on fire, and somebody is trying to quench that fire. Now they are trying to fight the person that is quenching the fire. And about it. That is why we are bringing this program to you. And we are going to talk about the Mirage Ogoni Clean Up proposal. The Ogoni Clean Up proposal, which they have promised our people from the coastal region of Biafra, that they are going to clean Ogoni land. We are going to speak about it extensively this night. We are going to look into that proposal of Ogoni Clean Up and the damages that Shell BP and all the oil companies in Nigeria have done in the riverine area in the life of our people. The toxins that have spread in the air that our people are breathing, they are inhaling them and dying. Their water that has been destroyed completely, and our land that has been destroyed. We are going to speak about them, and they propose to us they are going to clean Ogoni land. Up to today, nothing is done. So these are the two topics, very, very interesting topics that I want us to discuss about. And before we go further, I want to bring Mazi Ikem Patrick to give his own contribution and whatever he have to say in regards to the first topic, which is about this idiot that went to Abuja saying that they are submitted letter for Mazi Nandekan to be extradited. After that, Mazi Solomon will join and the Starry we come in, then we continue. Thank you very much, my brothers and my sisters. Go ahead, Mazi Ikem.
Thank you very much, Mazi Ikem. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. And well, you brought up this topic. We brought it up, and we just have to talk about it. Not because they are important or they are that relevant. We are talking about it so that our people can see through the mind of humans. And when you look at the tortoise helping his fellow tortoise or the brother or sister, how can you compare a very smart animal to stupid human beings? Don't you know that there are animals that are smarter than humans? And when you see the action of the tortoise, you will know that some animals are smarter than people who are supposedly regarded as humans, because there are humans who are more stupid than animals. And it's not just the tortoise. We've also seen even dogs and cats, different animals helping each other in different occasions. There was a documentary I was watching the other day, and in America, in Houston, they were hunting for pigs, and somebody built a cage to trap pigs. So when this pig run into the cage will automatically close. And what does the pig do? The pig will climb at the back of the truck to jump from the cage, to jump out from the cage. As I can hear there is echo on the background. I don't know how our viewers are feeling about that. So if you can please mute the volume.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yes, so on the issue of the charlatans that went to Abuja with a petition to submit to the British Embassy, Do you know how many petitions IPOB have submitted all over the world against Nigerian government? I have protested all over Italy. We have protested all over Europe. We have petitioned Nigerian government from every ministry. IPOB have given petitions to British Embassy, German, all the high commissions in Nigeria, in Abuja, complaining about what our people, have been facing. The killing of Fulani herdsmen. People taking petition to Abuja, British Embassy, I mean, is completely nothing because we have been there before. So anybody who is going to British Embassy to tell British Embassy to extradite the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is in fact the Nigerian government will be looking at them as because even the Nigerian government themselves have done everything they could. If it was possible for the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to happen, it is not by these idiots. It is not by their going to embassy to embarrass themselves. Because if the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was something that is easy or possible, Nigerian government have the resources to go about it. So when you even say that they have given them money, it makes me laugh because nobody has given them anything. What they are looking for is sponsorship. I can tell you for free. Because listen, Mazi, I can tell you for free because I lived in Nigeria and I grew up understanding the business behind every business. I have lived in Nigeria and I understand the business behind every business. You see people take advantage of the suffering of other people, to gain attention. So what they are doing is to gain attention, to see, because recently the other one that was deported from Turkey have also gone to register with APC. He's putting all his best to see if he can draw attention and see if they can gain that kind of sponsorship. When you even look at the people they paraded that were carrying placards, these are a bunch of street urchins, possibly hawkers, people that were selling granite, pure water on the street. Maybe they offer them like 500, organize them, give them placard. I mean, if you are selling pure water and somebody offer you like 500 to come and start for like 10 minutes, I mean, that will save you some money. So when you see they were able to gather the number they could, mobilize and pay for. But I don't think that Nigerian government even, because if the Nigerian government have the capacity to extradite Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't need these people to go tender petition because I mean, even the British government themselves knows that the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not possible because he hasn't committed any crime. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have had any case whatsoever, he would have been sent back to Nigeria.
Of course, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick Ikem. And I'm coming to you live and direct, Mazi Peter. Please go ahead, Mazi Solomon Peter. Go ahead and unmute your system and speak to the world. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you so much for bringing me in at this time. Okay, I will go straight to the point of having seen some few group of people going to the High Commissioner, British High Commission at Abuja to say they are submitting petitions or they are submitting letter for the British to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. Actually, the question that I will be asking here is this. Are they thinking that British government or the High Commissioner at Abuja is waiting for their protest or is waiting for their letter to deport Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria? That is the question I will be asking them. Are they thinking that they are waiting for their protest to do that? Or they are waiting for their letter? So on my very end, to be honest with you, if they hot, now so we they talk am. If it's not because it is you that raised this topic, I can never discuss it all my life because it is a total failure. It is a total failure. And I can say at my end is just because they are not creative enough. They don't even know what they should be doing at this very particular time. It is a way of people making foolish of themselves, fooling themselves. It's a way of people fooling themselves. It's a way of people trying to show to the viewers, to the world. In one hand, they are showing that there is nothing we can do. That is number one. And in the other way, again, as Mazipat has touched it, is that as you also touched it early, to say that these people, they are being paid. So they actually wanted food on their table because there is a lot of hunger in Nigeria. And this is what we are crying about our people. Our people are dying for the poverty that Nigeria has inflicted upon them. No source of income, joblessness everywhere. We are having the greatest number of jobless youth who are doing nothing, and this is an evidence. The activities of these guys is an evidence that men who should be working hard are jobless. That is what the activities is all about. I am not here to call their name. Included, if you are included Uchemofo in that very activities, or you included Astrid Dokubo in that very activities, that is as a result of their previous activities against the indigenous people of Biafra. And I want to explain something here. Indigenous people of Biafra is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. Now, indigenous people of Biafra is not about any singular individual. It's all about us. It's all about our survival. It's all about our race. Very, very important. And once it is connected to all of us, once it involved all of us, that's what it means that simply any action you take against the indigenous people of Biafra, or any action you took against the agitators for the freedom of Biafran nation, then you are taking that action against everybody who is involved. You are taking that action against everybody. So people coming to narrow down the agitation for restoration of Biafra to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, anybody else could have been in that position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if you are choosing to be there. That is just the truth. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there because if you bring it into democracy or into politics, it is a game of number. You have the chance, you have the same time, the same 24 hours that is allocated to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was allocated to you. How did you invest your own time to have the number of people who could stood at your back and endorse you as their leader? If it is in a game of politics and you don't have the number for you to be installed as a local government chairman, or the numbers for you to be held as the governor of a state, then how can you become the governor of a state or the councillor or even the president without the high number of votes? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has his people behind him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has Biafran behind him. He has the number. And he has shown it through action that most time Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say wherever he is, whether in America, whether in Europe, whether in the Middle East, anywhere he is, whenever he says things, it will be happening in Biafra land. That shows that he has the mandate of the people. He has the mandate of the people. So he's not there for you to look at him and said, you want to cram down Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. Whenever you go against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as it stands today, you are going against the people. You are going against your people. That is definite. So we are not here to defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a person, but we are here to defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a leader of indigenous people. And that is what they should know. And I also want to send my own letter to them and take my agitation to them that British High Commission are not waiting for their protest or waiting for their letter to deport Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So any effort on that very direction, it is a sponsor to failure. Thank you, Mazi. She became.
Maz, I would like you before you bring in Tari Nemi, there is something I want to point out. Very, very important. Very, very important. And that is very, very important that we take a look at this point, this aspect. You know, there are people who knows how to, you know, gain relevance. They just need that attention because they know that at this point in time, anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is trending. And if, for example, I am in Biafra land and, you know, I'm on the other side, it is a very big business for me to have also see how I can mobilize people to speak against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hoping that maybe one politician or maybe Nigerian government would, also compensate me as well. You know, so most of the time, these people rally around, they raise more money of their own, transport themselves, do all the mobilization on their own, even with their own money, hoping that that money they have invested in this project of fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be compensated in due course. You know, that the government do not need to pay these people, because if the government have to pay, they will pay international lawyers to start the process of the repatriation. I mean, the politicians you have in Nigeria are very smart people. These people are nobody. You understand what I'm saying? If the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a viable enterprise, if it is a viable business, if it is something possible for the Nigerian government, they know how to go about it. They have global syndicates, they have global attorneys, they have global links and connection to carry out this process. You know, so these people that you see are trying to draw attention and see if they could also work themselves into that angle where they can say, man, see these people are protesting, maybe we'll find something for them. You know, so we just have to, accept that this is the reality on the ground.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother. I want you to know that when I started addressing these people, I call them charlatans. And we all know the meaning of charlatans. They are not worth of any, they don't want anything, we know. And we know that they don't even have capacity to move a motion that the government will even listen to. But I must tell you that they were paid to do this because they don't have the contacts. They don't have they're supposed to collect a written note, maybe from a Inspector General of Police office or whatever, to go close to that place where they submitted that letter, bros. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So there is a hand that have pushed them, that have triggered them, that have told them to, okay, we have the contact, don't worry, come. Look at this idiot that I'm going to play his voice right now. This idiot that I'm going to play his voice right now. Even the way he was even speaking, when you listen to him, you will know that he's a stark illiterate. He doesn't have anything upstairs. That guy have nothing upstairs. I don't want to mention his name, and I will try as much as I can not to mention his name on this platform, because His name is Thinking. My brother, if you tell me that these guys put themselves together and go to British embassy and door was open for them and they walked in and came out, my brother, is not truth. I will debate it with you. Somebody in the government of Nigeria supported them and sponsored them, and money was given to them. I have a direct information. Don't argue it. That somebody gave them money, and the people who organized them from the grassroots, Uchemefo is involved, Asari Tokumbo is involved, Uwazurike is involved, and the governor from the Eastern region, the one you call Hope, who's is involved. Their main sponsor is the governor of Ebonyi State. Their major sponsor, the biggest sponsor of this idiot, these charlatans, is Devil Umahi. Devil Umahi is the one paying for. Let me not go deep on that aspect. Let me just focus on this particular topic we're discussing. Please, our people, as we are watching, we are dissecting this whole issue, this whole shenanigans. But we have to address it. We have to watch them, because there's no how charlatans like them, who are not known in the government, who doesn't even have any pedigree, nothing to show, can just walk into a British embassy and say they're submitting letter for the a home man to be extradited when Nigeria government couldn't do it, and you tell me that nobody sponsored them. Somebody sponsored them, bro. And I want our brother Mazi Tarinemi to come and join us. Mazi Tarinemi, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, please unmute your system and speak to the world in regards to this topic we are talking about right now. Go ahead, please, brother. Tarinemi, are you still listening? Tarinemi, are you listening? Is he there? I think Mazi Tarinemi is not there, or it's not with us. It's not with us. Now, Mazi, I have one or two questions to ask you. I'll ask you one question, and I'll ask Mazi Solomon one question. Then before, I will play the voice of the idiot, so that those people that are paying them, that are sponsoring them, may see the chameleon in him, may see the chameleon in them. You understand what I mean? You know, we keep record. We keep record. In my archive, I have records that when you come out to do the other side, I will show you the other side of you, that the world may know how stupid you are. So the question I want to ask is this. Talking about extraditing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we all know that these charlatans doesn't have the nerves. They don't have the contact. They don't even have the pedigree to speak about it. They don't have it. We know. Now, talking about Nigeria government, do you think that the Nigeria government have not tried everything they can do to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down and all failed? Do you think? What you say?
Mazi, if I were to be in a position of authority or as a governor, as a politician, I cannot go and contract this idiot to go and protest for me. For you see, when I tell you that the Igbo politicians, all these governors, these are not stupid people. They know that this. How can you go and carry your money and give to these people that went to the embassies? I mean, Mazi, you see, when I know what I'm saying. Even you, I say, if you were a governor, will you give your money to this idiot to go and protest for you? I'm asking you.
I can't.
No, I mean, so these are the things. These are the things.
Mazi,
if you tell me, listen.
Hold on, 1 minute.
If you tell me, listen.
Mazi,
if you tell me that maybe somebody like, listen, if you tell me that somebody like Uwazuri can mobilize them, or maybe Asari Dokubo mobilize, I can understand. Maybe they give them transport money, maybe they give them some deposit, give them money to hire all these pure water sellers, small money, give them, maybe they just go shy. I can understand. But no reasonable politician will bring his resources to give to who? These are a bunch of nuisance. These people are not relevant. The politician knows what to do if they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu extradited. You understand what I'm saying? There is a process that will be followed. And if the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a viable venture, this extradition would have happened a long time ago. They have tried, the Nigerian government have tried everything possible within its power to do the extradition But it is not possible. If you cannot convict a man in your own court, in your own local court, how can you convince the international community that he has a crime against that you cannot even prove your crime against this person? Look, for 2 years you were dragging the case up and down, back and forth. You've not even given the defendant the opportunity to even defend himself. They didn't even allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case to be debated in court. They were playing hanky-panky, and the time was going. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. As much as we understand that there is a conspiracy against Biafrans all over the world, we understand that the world is not giving our agitation attention. But the truth is that the world knows the truth. The world will not want to put itself in a mess called Nigeria. You understand? The world will not want to put itself in a mess that has to do with Biafra and Nigerian issue. If you cannot debate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case in court and bring out your evidence, you charge a man for terrorism, and for 2 years you are not able to produce evidence. Now, which evidence are you taking to the world for his extradition? You know, so these people who went to the embassy, yes, there could be some level of mobilization because I know they are jobless. The one that was deported haven't gotten a job. The other one, so maybe somebody must have given them transport money. They, moving from, to go to Abuja, maybe with very little money, also to get some pure water and granola sellers on the street. Because when you even look at those people holding placards, how did they come to Abuja? Were they transported from the eastern region to Abuja, or were they met? Are they Igbo traders? And none of those people carrying placards even spoke to the camera to say, "This is who we are. I am an Igbo person. This is where I come from." The identity, in fact, they were even using the placard to cover their faces. So for me, you saying that politicians contracted them is making them they will even be happy to hear it, because they know that no politician will pay. You are even promoting them. You are giving them
I understand.
You are giving them a undeserved publicity. You understand? Because if I'm a politician, I wouldn't put my money in this type of a project when you know that it is completely a failure. These people do not have. If the politicians want to mobilize people, they will mobilize people that have what it takes to do the job, not these street urchins who went to the embassy and embarrassed themselves.
You're right. You're right. Anyways, thank you so much for your contribution towards that. I also know that it's a dirty job. It's not everybody that would like to come out to do that. Do you understand what I mean? That is why the sponsors pay them, because all those people that are covering their faces, they can't show their face because they know they are dealing. It's very dangerous work. No, it's not everybody that can accept it. So let me hear from Mazi Solomon. If you have something to say before I play the voice of the idiot that said he is the convener, and he called himself what did he call himself? He said the leader of the youth or whatever of Nigeria. I don't even know the title he gave himself. The hungry idiot from Moro. Go ahead and speak to us, brother.
Thank you so much. Mazi Pat is here. I always work closer with him in most of the activities on the media here. He's the type who normally send me that kind of video. And the way I used to talk back to Mazi Pat, if he sent me that kind of video to watch, he knows that I'm a kind of person who doesn't give an attention to something that is not important. You know, I know that those activities of those guys are not important, but I can say that there is no side in this life hunger cannot face you, cannot push you. If you are a hungry man, hunger can push you to any even to any kind of things. You know, hunger can push people to eat from dustbin.
Of
Hunger
course.
is one of the is one of the instruments that I see that can mesmerize anybody up at any time. Remember, at the
Eh,
time when Satan have an opportunity to tempt our Lord Jesus Christ, according to the history, was when he was hungry. When he's hungry, 40 days, 40 nights, and then Satan draw near. So by that time, Satan was thinking that everything is valuable for Jesus. He said, make bread to turn stone to bread. He began to attempt him because he's hungry. That is how hungry people fall victims of circumstances. So these very guys that we are discussing about here, I can tell you, you know, we are running a program, and several times I've called Mazipat and I've told Mazipat, even when they are jumping up at Turkey, or when that one, because the other one, the last time I saw him was when he was in the creek, when I don't know if you want to commit suicide in the water or whatever. You know, that was the last time I saw him. Another time is that he is going to Abuja to protest for Mazi. Do you know, they don't know who they are talking about. They don't know who they are talking about. We are talking about of Odoku Biafra. We are talking about Ohamadike, one of Biafra. We are talking about the leader of indigenous people of Biafra.
that's
You know,
correct.
we are talking about a man who was fearless even in Nigerian court to tell them the truth. A man who is fearless on the ground when they gave him a bail condition, and it become a child play for him. This is a man that Nigerian army were not able to track down in his house. This is the man they are talking about. This is the man that they have not, these people who came to agitate, they have not come to analyze or to find out how did he left Nigeria in the first place at the time they come to kill him. How? So all these people that we are mentioning here, to me, I have a very cold spirit of talking about them because I don't give attention. There is similar things and a similar attitude, but all that they are doing is that, you know, now the internet is raining and the YouTube is paying people some money, so they are struggling. Like the one deported from Turkey is struggling by all means to see if he can be getting those $50 from YouTube. And again, he is the kind of person who, because I have lived and come across his type of people, ndị oji ọnụ egbu ọjị, ọtụrụkpọkpọ si ka atụji ọjị ka na afụ enu anya. Ma amazi that na ukuku ikuji ọjị a ga-afịa arụ, mana ọ bụrụ na ukuku kuji ọjị ana ga-afụ enu anya. You know, so I know his type. The type of people they use mouth to destroy, they use mouth to bring things down, and they try to convince people that they can do nothing. But when you give it into their hands and say he was in Turkey boasting that if he find himself in Nigeria, he will take grinding machine, that as you who are talking about the politicians sponsoring them, he was boasting that if eventually see the money of the politicians, that he's going to grind everybody into grinding machine. And this is the same person. He has been in that very Nigeria. He has never been able to take grinding machine to the place where he says. So he's a kind of person, he promises his followers things and he doesn't follow it up. He doesn't even do it. He will like to do the soft one, coming to stay in one room to talk and insult people and they call people name and they fool himself. But now he's taking Blacker to High Commission there to just fool himself. But the hard job he promised his people, he promised his followers that he's going to grand IPOP members into grinding machine and all these things. Then he has not done the hard job. He hasn't done the hard job. Can you get it? And if you are here to claim that politicians are giving him money, these followers and the people who are watching him, hailing him, they should ask him, what about what you promised us at Turkey? That once your leg touching at Nigeria, let him see the money of the politicians, that IPOP is gonna. He promised his people while he was in Turkey that he's going to destroy IPOP in Turkey, and his group should be asking him question: why is IPOP still existing in Turkey? You didn't destroy them, then you were packaged like mangi back to Nigeria, like sardine back to Nigeria, and you did not fulfill the promise you make to people that you are going to close down IPOP, you are going to send all the IPOP in Turkey to jail. You make all that promises, even when he was like the rat that is caught into trap in the cell. There, he was still promising them, it's a minor thing, I'm going to sort it out. And the people who are following him have not asked him, man, why you haven't sorted out these things you promised us while you are there like a rat that is caught into a trap? You know, you say, I'm going to sort it out, it's just a minor thing, my atomy is doing this. Where is his atomy? And he was packaged like Maggie.
Three atomies.
Where is your atomies? You know, somebody venturing in impossible, in an impossible journey. Human are not by your side. God is not by your side. Nation is not by your side. Even the politicians you are attaching to him, they are not by his side. But he's just trying to convince people so that he can be getting $50 from YouTube. That is just the work he's doing. Because if anybody is following him, why this guy has not fulfilled the promises he made to his followers? Every time he will come and tell them everything he tell them, he never fulfill it. He tell them, have you asked them how I come? They sent me to Abuja. He was not even happy that people pay for his flight ticket to come back to Nigeria. But he was telling them they paid the ticket for me to go to Lagos. Do you think on how I come to Abuja? Oh, that is what we should be sitting down here thinking of, how you're supposed to landed in Lagos and you landed in Abuja. What meaning does it add to anyone? Is that the promise you promised your followers, that you are going to sort the problem the atomy is talking? You see? Is that the promise you promise your followers, that once your leg touch Nigeria, IPOP is gone, and the IPOP is still existing? You haven't granted them. So Mazi, I've said it before and I'm saying it again, that the only person who can bring me into this very topic is you to say it, because I know these people are total failure, and who they are talking about, they should reconsider again that they are talking about the man of the people, that they are talking about the Ohamadike of Biafra land, that they are talking about. They are not, it's not just as ordinary people or a tout in the street that they are talking about. They are talking about a man of his people, the man that has the support of his people. That is who they are talking about. They are talking about the man that Nigeria tried and failed. The man that the Nigerian army tried in his house and failed. The man that Nigeria have not been able to explain on how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walked from Biafran land and appear in Israel. They have never given an explanation to that. Then if they have not been able to explain all these processes, how could they have the power to bring him back?
Even the deputy confirmed on BBC that even him, the deputy, didn't know how he managed to disappear from Biafran land to Israel. You know, so but the truth of the matter is that if I were Mazi, if I were to be deported the way the guy in Turkey was deported, I will also carry placard, because you know it is very, very painful to have been moved from your comfort zone, return back to such a harsh environment where the sun hits you 24 hours a day. Nobody will be in his position and will not protest with placard in Abuja. So I don't blame him.
These guys, I say as in the hot when I go back out this evening. I know that our people that are watching, they understand the whole code, because we don't need to mention anybody's name here. But the person we're talking about know himself, and Biafrans all over the world know the idiot we're talking about, because his name is not worthy to be mentioned here. That is why we are saying it the way it is. You know, you understand what I mean? So, Mazi, I understand all you people have said here, and I concur with you. I don't need to argue with you.
There is something I want to point. There is something I want to point out.
Go ahead.
It was not even IPOB in Turkey or IPOB all over the world that deported him. That is the most interesting part of it. It was just a single individual that bought ticket for him, asked the Turkish government to send him back, and they did. So if IPOB have even gotten time to say, okay, let us contribute money to face him, do you know what that would cost? Maybe by now he wouldn't have been existing. It took just a single IPOB member to meet the Turkish government and say, this guy is
IPOB is fighting against.
I think it's time to and you know,
and the Mazi Party, you will be saying, Mazi Party, you will also be saying, how come now he left the battle he was fighting at Turkey? Have he accepted defeat? Because he has to tell us, have he been defeated? Because he's telling the people in the Turkey he's going to destroy them. All of them will go to jail, even when they are approaching him to come down. Even then when they are, because I noticed him in one of the mall where some Biafrans are going, and he was boasting to the Biafrans that very soon all of you will not be seen. Have he now accepted defeat that he felt in that very battle? Because he should be apologizing to his all his followers that actually, I'm sorry I fell in that one battle. Somebody who has been a failure from the beginning is now coming to promise you victory, that he, through his demonstrations or through his activities, he can bring back the Odogu one of Biafra. Odogu, okay. We can say that Jesus walked upon the sea, and the Mazin and the Kanu have done the same. And it's the same man that he is talking about that he want to bring back. Or like, do you think that it is a toothpick that is manufactured in Chinese, in one of the companies Chinese, that is going to import for them? So these people, if they are watching this very program, every one of them should understand that at this very time that we are in now, you need to examine your activities properly, or else you will be dancing in the territory of the enemy. You will be dancing in a space where very soon you are going to be consumed by yourself. You are dancing in the territory. You are taking the journey of no return. So everybody should examine his activities, because we are, all of us are on this. You need to understand. And our mission is to free him and free others who are being trapped in Nigeria. Nigeria is the reason why his life is the way that he is. Nnamdi Kanu is not the reason. That he took Mediterranean High Sea to cross to Europe is not by Nnamdi Kanu making. He's not by Nnamdi Kanu making. That he doesn't have job in Nigeria today, they don't have job, because these people, they should be busy in the factory by now. These people should be busy in the factory or busy somewhere, aiming some little money, you know, even have time to get married and raising up kids. That should be the stage where these guys are now. But it's not Nnamdi Kanu who put them in that very condition. You know, they should understand that IPOP is not the reason why Nigeria is not providing job to the youth. IPOP is not the reason why where there is no infrastructure in Nigeria. That they should face Nigerian system that has make such situation available to them. That he's living in one room in Abuja, rented or helped him to be rented by one Aboki who is selling sugarcane in Abuja there. It's not by the making of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was not by the proposal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is by Nigerian system. It is Nigerian system who put him in that very situation. So everybody should know why they are suffering and why the reason of the problem where they are going through. So you will not be living, so that you will not be leaving people who cause your problem and facing people who are trying to fight for your liberation. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. Now, please permit me, I want to play a voice note of that urchin that says the president of Igbo youth, home and abroad. the president of Igbo Youth and abroad. The hungry idiot. I have to do it so that people will know why we are speaking and talking the way we are talking. Please, I want you to listen.
I Chukuma Dike Onyemonya Urudo Mbitolu Imo State do humbly apologize to our beloved leader, our most admired leader, Martin Mambukano. I am on my knees with tears in my eyes. I beg you to please, for the sake of Chukwu Kabiama, please, for the sake of the oath we've taken, please, for the sake of the good days, the good times we shared, please, for the sake
No battery.
of IPA members, especially those who are in this place, who are in this terrible company called Nigeria, or mega area. Please, I beg leader.
My brother, my brother, I beg.
I go now where?
Mazi,
I go now where?
Mazi, because
I
they
tell
will
you,
leave.
if hunger torture you, I don't know if you have experienced hunger. There is kind of hunger our people are calling agu opportunity. The one
My
that
brother,
when it's worrying you, all your bone will be dislocated, all your bone will be, all your hand, both your hand, your head. When you see it's the
I've never
kind of
laughed like
hunger that
this.
when it's wiring you, when that hunger is wiring you, when you see road, you will enter bush. That is the kind of hunger that is actually beating this very young
Mazi,
man that you
you
are
are killing me.
playing his voice. He's an
You are,
hungry man.
you are killing me here, Mazi Solomon. Please, I have never laughed like this in my program before. I swear.
He
Please,
is an hungry man. Yes, I know that
please,
type. I know
please,
that type.
I want to finish this his apology. Please permit me to finish this apology because the reason why I'm playing it so that those people that watch that thing, that dance of the Kurukere dance they did in Abuja, when they listen to this voice, they will be able to know the kind of person that idiot is. That is not even what he said.
Mazi, I would also suggest that we put that clip in a petition to the British Embassy. You know, because it's very, very important. We also forward this clip to the embassy so that they will be able to understand the mind of the petitioner. You know, so that
Of
the
course.
British Embassy will be able to. Yes.
Hunger is
Mazi,
not
I
good.
think Terry is here. Maybe you have to give him opportunity because he's suffering for network,
Yes,
Nigerian network. Because the
yes,
voice of
please
this
tell it.
guy, the voice of this guy is very long because he took time. He took his time. Yeah, he took his time.
No,
And
I'm not playing the the whole version. I'm playing
okay.
the version where he was apologizing. Then after that, but I want Tarinemi to make contribution to the program before we move forward. Please, Tarinemi, you have the point. Please speak to us. Speak to Biafrans, please. Hey, oh my God, go ahead, bro.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope I'm coming out loud. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, everybody's hearing you, my brother. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Concerning this case, though the usual me, I do not like giving attention to people that do not matter one way or the other. The fact is that these people that gather themselves to do all these things, they have done these things so that we'll talk about them. Because if we do not talk about them,
We can't hear you again, Terry. What is happening? Terry, are you still there? Terry Nemi, are you still there? Oh my God, his network is very, very bad.
I think he's having difficulties, but you can always let him in anytime he
comes back.
he puts himself. Well, Mazi, for me, bringing this issue here, yes, you've insisted you want to talk about it.
Yes.
That is why I'm even adding voice to it. But for me, ordinarily, we've all seen, and everybody knows that these are not normal people. They have a psychological problem. And when you look at the activities of this young man, even when IPOB was contributing money, because he was the first person to say he want to set up a Biafran BSMS, Biafran something army, and our people poured so much money into his hands. In fact,
Yes.
I have a sister here in Italy that gave almost everything she had, including accommodation, to see that he's secured. And at some point, he even faked his own arrest. He faked his own arrest. There was this partner he had at the time. That one came out to say he was arrested by DSS. And through that fake arrest, he was able to also pull in a lot of funding through that fake arrest. Because a lot of IPOB members felt he was, fighting. He promised he was going to set up a Biafran army, a special Biafran military squad, and all that. People contributed to him. And up to today, when you look at him, you can't even see the sign of of all this money that were contributed to him on his body. He hasn't still shown anything for it. And I believe that many of the people who were contributing to him, are not people who have much of that access or interest in the media. Ordinarily, many of them are supposed to be coming out by now to ask for their money back, unfortunately. But I hope that our people who contributed to him will start asking for the return of their money back, because he hasn't even been able to execute the purpose in which all the money were given to him. So I think that Biafrans all over the world who have contributed to his BSMS should be asking for return on their investment.
Now, Mazi Pat, you need to understand the failure that guy has in his own activity. In the first place, when you see him in those programs, actually he's not coming as he wanted to work for Biafra or to form any force. I've been watching those shows when you are sending it to me. I said, I always say to you that this is Ngolo na Niger Marathon. Because when you looked at those activities, you will know he's not real, even at that time. And the apology that Mazi is trying to show here, what that apology means, these are a group of people who has the mindset that Biafran struggle is about making money. He's just like, Nande Kanu, Bikonu, they are the kind of people who has that kind of mindset of Uchemofo. It's like
Yes,
grabbing money.
Please, I want to play that voice finish. Allow me, please. I have my reason. There are some points that this guy made in that his apology that I want. Mazi Patrick, in short, I'm going to lead the squad that is going to present this voice to British Embassy in Abuja.
It is the duty of Tari Nemi to do the needful. All he needs as the African rep, all he needs to do is to put that clip together and send to the British Embassy. And you don't even need to write much. So I think that clip is enough for the African rep, and that is why it would have been important that he's here to compile that and
He is
forward to the
listening.
British Embassy.
He's listening. He's listening. He's listening. Let me play the voice, please.
Yeah.
Please permit me to play the voice. I want to play the voice. Please. Let me finish playing the voice.
I Chukuma Tike Oyomona Horuto. Imo State. Do humbly apologize to our beloved leader, our most admired leader, Mazen Nambukano. I am on my knees with tears in my eyes. I beg you to please, for the sake of Chukwuka Kabiama, please, for the sake of the oaths we've taken, please, for the sake of the good days, the good times we shared, please, for the sake of our beloved IPOB members, especially who are in this terrible country called Nigeria, or bigger area. Please, our great leader, senior brother, I'm short of words to say, please find it in your heart somewhere to forgive me, also forget my actions. I deeply regret my speech, and I ask you to find a way in your heart, and to find a way at the bottom of your heart to forgive me, to have me back. Like the prodigal son was received by his father.
Like a prodigal son.
Receive me,
Okay.
my father, Mazen Abdikano. I know when you hear my voice, you will recognize me, that it is I that is speaking. Because of what I'm doing, and I'm going to know again. Nínú wọn fọ ọdún ńlá fún ìwọn fásitì azùjẹrẹ gbàmọ àdámùsùlùmí ike. Ana m ayọgọ ọzọ biko nwanne m nwoke nna m gbaghara, ekwujọrọ gị, n'ezie ekwujọrọ gị, ekwuru m okwu buru ibu. N'agbanyeghị gbaghara, n'ihi na ọnwụ na mmehie adịghị, mgbaghara ga-adị. Biko nna m gbaghara, biko gbaghara. Ozugbo ohere a na-ayọ IPOB worldwide, ma nwoke ma nwanyị, ma okorobịa ma agbọghọ, kedu na IPOB worldwide ekwutola m unu, emejọla m unu, edizabụrụ m nke ebe unu, mana ana m asị unu mgbaghara, n'ihi na ụlọ mmehie adịghị, mgbaghara ga-adị. N'ihi na nwata ka m bụ, ana m asa ahụ n'afọ echefukwala na nwata ka m bụ, na ana m asa ahụ n'afọ echefukwala na dịka ndị Juu ewu na ihe njimara ya ewu mgbaghara mmehie. N'ihi na onye mmejọ gị ịgbaghara ya, emekwana otu Chineke bụ usoro Chineke ndị anyị na-agbaghara gị mmejọ ya. Ana m ayọ unu and my
Yes. Yes.
If you eventually play this very clip to the end, you discover that
You
he's
say what?
looking for job.
You
The
say
end
what?
of this clip, if you play this clip to the end, you discover that he is looking for job. He's asking Mazen Nandekanu that please, he should not leave him without job. He should put him into what is happening. So to his own understanding is that he just needs Mazen Nandekanu position me where I can be making living with the struggle, because that is what he came out for. Do you
Of
understand?
course.
Because so many of them have been brainwashed, like the way they are being brainwashed, that Mazen Nandekanu is a scammer. He's making money. He's extracting money from Biafra. So everybody want to open his own shop also to be extracting money, because they are being brainwashed. They don't understand the politics behind the struggle, of indigenous people of Biafra. Even the deputy did not even understand that in this very struggle we are already raised to the level of international politics. And they don't know, they don't understand how this politics is being played. And that is why they will be there. And the Mazi we keep crying, I need 100 people. I need 100 people. And they are there doing nothing. At the end of the day, all that they are looking at is that struggle for Biafra is money making. Like the politics of Nigeria, it is money making. So they also think this struggle for Biafran restoration, for liberation of Biafran, is also money making. So therefore, they want to come into it. Wazlike, look at Wazlike, who cannot afford car. Look at him. He has built house, building hotel, building. These are the kind of thing they are saying. And where did he get the money? Through the struggle. And they will be looking at, okay, look at Uchemofo, because now I can say it openly because I have heard it from Uchemofo. Look at Uchemofo. He's sitting down in one room there and he's saying, I'm working 24 hours. Which 24 hours you are working in Radio Biafra? That Mazin Nandekanu tell him, and he tell BBC Igbo that he's aiming 5,000 every month. 5,000
Okay.
pounds.
Pounds.
5,000 pounds agụlụ ọnụ apịajie ya enye gị for that work. That simply means that you are fully employed. So, and they only understand the struggle on that very aspect of asking his wife, today's date is what? They say, today is 29. Oh, salary is coming. Tomorrow is 30th. Salary is coming. So the position of their mind is that money aspect of the struggle, money aspect. And once the money is not coming, then they go off. They go off. Now he called himself a prodigal son, but this guy is not a prodigal son, man. You know why I say he's not a prodigal son? Because a prodigal son only offended once. When we heard about the prodigal son in the Bible, he only offended once. How many times has this guy offended? So he's a kind of prodigal son is the type that when he come to collect, then he will eat he will finish it, eat the food that is prepared for the pig for a while. He will return again to the father. So maybe we'll wait in the end of this month or next month again to apologize when the money that he has collected for this very journey is finished. Then he will come back. He said, I'm a prodigal son, accept me, don't leave me empty-handed, put me into what is happening so that because I'm being told that you a scammer and you are collecting money from Biafra, you are eating. Bidio Bienu told us that you are chic, is getting big. So I want you to connect me also so that my own chic will also swallow up, all this thing. To be honest with you, honestly, he's very childish, this guy.
There is another angle I would also want us to look at, the angle of psychology, the angle of mental illness. Sometimes you see people and you see them robust, looking fresh and normal, but when you look at their life and their activities, when you are able to come into analysis psychologically, not everybody you see is stable. You have a lot of
Of
people
course.
with mental instability, and when you look at, these people, in fact, especially these two specific subjects, they share one thing in common: instability. At some point, the one in Turkey went to IPOB in Turkey to even also go to apologize. I said, if he do anything against IPOB, let his children, let his sons never call him father. And today, despite that
You're
oath,
right.
despite
You are right. You
despite
are right.
that despite that oath he took before the congregation of IPOB in Turkey, he turned around again to say he's going to bring IPOB in Turkey down. So we also have to, not just the financial gain per se, we also have to look at the mental state of these young men and put that into consideration. Is very, very important.
Yeah, you might be
You're right.
100% right. But for me here,
Please.
actually, I have a profession of taking care of mad people. You know, I work where I work is where you take care of mad people. So I know the level of their madness. That's why I can tell you what is happening to them. But we are not here to actually bring any personality down, but we are here to condemn activities of people who has misdirections, okay, and that is why it's laughable. That's why everybody is laughing in the studio, because the activity is very laughable. Yeah, so but in case if you guys feel that their mental instability is getting high, you can hand them over to me. I can handle them, I can keep them, because that is my job, to take care of mad people, to take care of mad
It's
people.
okay.
So yeah, but you
Yeah,
must
thank you.
understand these guys
Thank
very
you.
well. You must understand them. You must understand them. They are not stable. They are not consistent. So there's nobody to trust what they are doing. They are just faking themselves and faking their life, and that would be very dangerous for them. Because I'm telling you why it is dangerous to them is because they can take a stone from anybody, and that is why it is dangerous. Anybody now, they can, that these activities they are telling, Hausa Fulani can just clear them off, and they will come. Ndị na-akụ kpom n'ọhịa ha agbapụta n'ụzọ si gịnị na-akụ. Hausa Fulani can tomorrow now clear these people off. So because they want to come and say IPOP has killed them, IPOP, they can. This is a very dangerous game they are playing. Are they actually considering their own life and the risk behind what they are doing? So they should consider the risk behind what they are doing, that they can put themselves in the hand of the enemies who will just brush them up, and tomorrow they will want to say, these people is because they did video, is because they did protest. They should also consider that very aspect while engaging themselves into such a terrible activities. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very, very much, Mazi Solomon and Mazi Kim. I know it is very, very laughable. The topic we are discussing is laughable. That is why we are laughing. And that is what we need to do. Because if we don't do justice to this, I think some people will not get it right. So we have somebody that just joined us in this studio, Mazi Austin Okonkwo. Mazi Austin Okonkwo, kindly introduce yourself, say hello to Biafrans, and go straight to make contribution to the topic we are treating. We have other topic to talk about, but our brother Mazi Tarinemi is not here. And I believe if he was here, we will go into the second version of that particular topic. But however, let us hear from you first. Go ahead, my brother, make a contribution.
I see the hot Nasago Taka. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon. I respect you, Mazi Solomon. Good evening. And I also want to thank Mazi Patrick. He came. I've been following you people. Both of you are so wonderful, Mazi the hot. Mazi Chukubikema Alex, welcome and good evening. Thank you so much for bringing me on this platform. So, like Mazi Solomon said, let me start by asking Mazi Solomon. Mazi Solomon, please, we have to bring these people to your psychiatric hospital. Then you have to check for us if this is a schizophrenic or, I read from one book that schizophrenic is one of the madness that you cannot cure because it is another kind of madness. Perhaps this is the type of madness they have. So you will take care of them. They are still our brothers.
I'm actually not looking for the cure to their disease, but just to take care of them because they are too dirty. Somebody need to look after them. They are
On
too
point.
dirty with the job they are doing. How you take care of mad people is not about curing them. It's just about making sure they are update because these people they are not update at all. You need to clean them up and make them look like human because as they are looking right now, there's nothing to write home about.
Yes. Okay. Let me
Thank you,
let me
Mazi.
let me just let me make my own point and comment. And I want to say why the reason why they're behaving like this. One of the things that is in the zoo, like that particular guy we're talking about, somebody DK. From his statement and from everything that he indicates, show that he's a hungry person and he is not wise. He's endangering himself. He's not
Hold,
stable. I
hold on,
have gone to his platform.
hold on. Please, we are not mentioning anybody's name here.
All right, sir.
If you watch the way we are anchoring this program, nobody have mentioned anybody's name. So if you're not in line in that, it's better you shape your mouth. We don't mention anybody's name, please. Go ahead and make a contribution.
Okay, sir. So
Thank you.
for some of those people, you can see he himself, all of them, you see, they are hungry people, and a hungry man can do anything to sustain himself. Like Master Solomon, you are acquainted with the scripture. There was a place at a time that Satan told God, he said, touch Job, and the Job will denounce you because a man can do anything in the exchange of his life. And I see that this is the area where they are going, coming to Abuja and also mentioning my name that I said I want to kill somebody and all these things. These are inconsequential comments. And my stepmother, I have never mentioned his name, but I think in the due time, they will visit what they are expecting. And because Biafra must come and they cannot stop it, they are making themselves vulnerable. Like Mazi Solomon, you have justly right said, they are working for the caliphates, the Fulanis, but they forgot to understand that no matter how much you work for the Fulanis to like you, they must always see you as a southerner. So you are also vulnerable for their attack anytime it comes. So whatever thing that I'm saying, they must be cautioned with everything that I'm saying, and coming out to accuse the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is a crime. Mazi Nandekan has never done anything. And they must be stable so that we can know where they belong. Not today you are stable, the other day you are a hungry man, the other day you are jumping from one place to another. So it is a very shameful thing to them. And they always make a mistake. The same mistake they did when they were in Europe, they carry also the same mistake right now to Abuja. Let them come to the East and do it, and they will get unexpected kind of people. This is my contribution, and I will contribute more when it is required. Thank you for hearing me.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Let us go into the next segment, and we touchlight it. Then we open our line and take few calls before we bring the program to an end. The next segment is the promise of Ogoni clean up. The Ogoni land has been messed up, and the Ken Sorowiwa fought for this Ogoni because of this Ogoni clean up, and he died in the process. They killed him in the process, and today, the government of Fulani Janjaweed promised that they're going to clean up Ogoni land. Number one is that the air that the people of our people from the coastal region, the air they are breathing is already contaminated, it's toxic already. The water they are drinking is already polluted. Then their land, where they are cultivating and the plant and cultivating their crops, is already destroyed completely. So all these are happening to our people. And as I'm speaking to you right now, in Guaramatu Kingdom, their women are protesting because they are not benefiting anything. It is only Tompolo, only Asari Dokubo, only Ateketom. These are the people who have benefited from these foreign companies that have polluted our land, and nothing has been done to salvage this situation. And the science, the information I got, that scientists says that in the next 50 years, if something is not done in this area, that there is going to be a disease that will come out from that area and start killing the people living within that very area. And there's going to be a natural disaster, because the chemical they are supposed to use to refill all the places they are taking this this crude oil from. They are not replacing them. They are not refilling them. They are not neutralizing them. So it is very, very toxic to the health of our people over there. So it will be very, very beautiful if Mazi Tarinemi was here, because he is actually from Bayelsa State, and Bayelsa is one of the states that is.
I would have also suggested you put, if it is possible, to put a call across, so he can talk to her through the telephone. I think the idea would not be bad if he can continue through a phone call.
Yes, I'm chatting him. Yeah, I'm chatting him up here, trying to know if he is ready to take my call. He is telling me that his network is very, very problem. He's giving him problem. You know, the Zoo network is a very useless network. So I will try to see if I can hook him up. But however, we all are in the system. We all know what is happening. We all see how they promise them. We all know how the people from Bayelsa, from River State, from Delta State are drinking the same water where they are defecating, where they're shitting inside. You know, the same water where they bath, where they shit is where they are taking water to drink. I ran a program here last week where I show some people who are fishing, some graduates of chemical engineering students, first class, they are fishing, young girls, young ladies, and young men. So this is the problem that is happening to our people within that area. Now, my question is, why is some of them still telling us and saying, we are not part and parcel of Biafra, you should take your Biafra off? Have they been enjoying from that part of the world where they come from? When we are crying and saying that enough is enough, that the cleaning of Ogoniland should be a reality, let them go and clean that place, because our people living there, their life is in danger. And some of them say, we are not part of you. I don't know if it is somebody that is paying the people to be speaking from, like people who doesn't reason at all. I do not understand. So if any one of you have something to say about it, please unmute your system and contribute, because I'm confused how we are fighting to liberate them from this problem. And some of them are coming to, even on this platform, they are chatting. I do not know if it is Hausa Fulani people that are using the names of our people from the riverine area, you know, contributing nonsense, saying that don't take us, we don't belong in Biafra, we are Niger Delta. Please, I want us to go into details and say something. Mas Austin, I think you have something to say. Go ahead and speak to us.
You know, one thing about these our brothers in that side, there's something we used to say that and when you are so much on the contraction, you become so the life of a contraction becomes one with you. You refuse to understand. So in poverty, he will never have the opportunity to see the other side of life. That's why when you bring such a person to township, is a Ghana toilet. So our people has become so acquainted with such a life that they don't understand that there's a need for freedom. And two, the system of the country has made their minds so dark that they refuse to understand that we're really fighting for their freedom. And anytime you push them, they say, hey, we don't want this Biafra, we are who we are. And who you are is not, you can't even find out who you are. There was the time these things happened in Israel, when Moses also was trying to take away the people from suffering. They are still fighting the man who want to take them out of suffering. These things that you see is a scenario that has happened long time ago. So such a people will be there, and we must continue preaching as much as we can. And I believe one day they will all wake up to understand that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all of us that are here, we're fighting for everyone to wake up. I want to thank our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the eye opening. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Over to you, Mazi Solomon, please. You know you always make me laugh. You know you always make me laugh. When you drop one statement now, I'll go into laughing. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, when it is time to laugh, we laugh. When it's time for serious, we'll also show people that we are more than serious. So coming to what you have just said, we need to recognize the struggle of Ogoni people that has claimed the life of the people from that area, from that side of the world, and the most important people, most intelligent people in their midst. This their struggle for persuading Nigeria to clean their land and prevent the upcoming disease or infection that could affect people, not only economically, but also socially. And you see also that Nigeria are not building any health facilities, and these people are facing this danger. And you see that every economic activities in that very area of the in that side of the world has been crumbled. So we actually recognize their struggle in that very aspect. And again, we also need to understand that these people in that very area, they we needed to get really understanding of their interest, so we can be able to add their interest, increase their interest in our struggle, so they can understand that Nigeria cannot clear their land as they promise. That the only people and the only nation that can clear Ogoni land is Biafra.
Of course.
And why I say that it is Biafra that we clear that land is because the land belongs to Biafrans. The land belongs to Biafrans. So therefore, like as Igbo adage said, that na ọkụkọ adịghị ezu ohi na-akwụ ya. You understand that there's
Yes.
no way you can force to cheat yourself.
Of course.
There's no way you can cheat yourself. That is why I say to them that it's only Biafra that we clear that very thing. But we need to understand that in all these things, everybody wanted to showcase that I need to be recognized. So therefore, in my own speech, I will always recognize the people who died for the struggles of Ogoni people, who also were who lost property and other things in the struggle of Ogoni people. But the struggle of Ogoni people is the struggle of Igbo land, Alibo. The struggle of Ogoni people is the struggle of Ijo. The struggle of Ogoni people is the struggle of all the ethnic group that comprise Biafra. So we are bringing everything together, and that is why we are saying Biafra must be free, so that we can have time to save life in Ogoni land in the upcoming days, where this issue of cleaning this place will persist to the extent of creating disease to the people and creating unsudden death for the people. So if you are an Ogoni person listening to this very program, then you need to support the restoration of Biafra. If actually you are sincere that you want Ogoni land to be clean, you need to support the restoration of Biafra, because you, Ogoni land, being part of Biafra simply shows that Ogoni land that is being messed up today will be clean when Biafra is restored, because they have waited for Nigeria, and Nigeria has given them their promise, and nothing is happening up to now, and there was no plan on the ground to do the cleanup that was promised to Ogoni people. But Biafran have it in budget. Biafran include it in their struggle, that once Biafran is restored, Ogoni land will be clean. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Over to you, Mazi Kem.
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Now, you talked about the people are brothers in the, don't forget, I also come from Delta State, from Anioma area. And we must not come into conclusion that our people in the riverine area are rejecting Biafra. Until referendum is carried out, we cannot come to that conclusion. It is only through referendum we can determine whether they reject Biafra. Let's not forget that when you talk about Biafra, people fidget, people see horror, people see terror, people see Biafra as war. So when you see them, seem not to identify much with Biafra, it's because they are being intimidated. The Nigerian government is intimidating people to make sure they don't associate themselves with their real identity. And these people by now have come to the reality of the fact that Nigeria cannot clean up Ogoni. It is not possible. They can only make that promise. Mazi, can you hear me?
The word is hearing you. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I think we're having network issues here. Okay.
I'm hearing you.
So the people of Ogoni, the people of Ogoni knows very well that Nigeria is not interested in their affairs. Absolutely. They know that very well. And for me, any of our people who seem not to be up and doing in the struggle for Biafra restoration is born out of intimidation. Is born out of intimidation. Not because they no, but because they feel intimidated to identify with their real and the true identity. So we should not come to the conclusion that our people in these riverine areas are rejecting Biafra. Certainly, there are some voices who are saying, who are speaking contrary, but we cannot take those voices until referendum is conducted, and they will, through referendum, determine if they want to remain in Nigeria. And I can tell you that if referendum comes, you will be surprised. In fact, everybody knows that nobody wants to remain in Nigeria, not even Ogoni people, after all that they have gone through and are still going through today.
I agree with you. Thank you very, very much, my brother. I agree with you totally. And over to you, Mas Justin. I want you to say something in regards to this, because after this moment, we are going to open our line to begin to answer calls. And we may answer call, maybe a few calls, then we will round up. Go ahead.
Well, on this point, I think my two brothers have already hit the point already. There's nothing that will say, like what I said before. We will keep on broadcasting and gingering those of them also who are off speaking to keep on doing what they're doing with the help of our leader and the leadership of Martin Nandekano. Every one of them must soon be awake to understand that they are not a minority for what we are doing. This is what I want to say. I'm waiting for another topic. Thank you so much.
Yes, in Biafra, there will be no minority. Nobody is going to be a minority to anybody, because Biafra is going to be nations in nations under a nation, meaning that people of Ogoni will have their own nation under Biafra nation. They have their own law, have their own parliament, have everything in place. So nobody is going to see you as a second-class citizen, because in Biafra it is equality. And nothing like inequality. Everyone who, as a matter of fact, anybody who calls you, who sees you as a what do you call it again? Who see you as a minority? Minority is looking for a trouble, because there is no how you are going to come leave your own fatherland to go to someone else to say that this person is a minority. We are all one people. It's not going to be like Nigeria. So on this note, I want to bring somebody on. I've been calling on this platform. Our number is open right now. Our line is open for those who want to contribute to this program. And I want to bring somebody online to speak to us. When he is done talking, then we will open our line for other people to call. Then if there's any question, I will bring it to the members of this program. Those of you that have come to make sure that this justice is done. Mazi, if you are still there, I'm calling you right now. Please answer your call. Mazi Jude from USA. Mazi Jude, I'm calling your number. If you're not there, then our line is open for those of you who are ready to call on this platform. If you want to contribute on this platform, whatsoever that you want to say, please, our line is open. You are more than welcome to make your contribution. You are more than welcome to make a contribution. Mazi Jude, please hold on. Let me put you, because my Mazi Jude for 1 minute. Yes, Mazi Judo Kafo, can you hear me? Your number, your line is not clear, please. Can you hear me, Mazi Judo Kafo?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear, Mazi.
Go ahead and make your contribution in regards to all the topic we are presenting this evening.
Yes, Mazi, regard to the program that you people have said this evening, in fact, the program is fantastic. Very, very good. Because this is one of the problems we have in Biafra land. Good morning, Biafrans. Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Judo Kafo. Judo Kafo is from Agbo. Agbo is in Anioma. Anioma is Biafra. And Anioma is 100% Igbo. Mazi, you see those people that went to Abuja to carry placards. We must bring in the Kanu back. We are reporting it to UK government. These are the people that the Joy Bokwe has given money. These are the people that Yusuf Mohammed has given Joy Bokwe money to go and be bribing our people. To be talking against Mazinan the Kanu. You must, how can you bring somebody back to the zoo? Mazinan the Kanu, first of all, is not a citizen of Nigeria. And they just make fool of themselves by even presenting themselves in the front of the British embassy, talking against somebody who is fighting for their own freedom. The other one saying is General Amenion. Before they went there, he was asking people to donate money to him on Facebook. I will want you people to pay money to so account. We are looking for money to go to British embassy. Is it not the same? How much did they pay them? For 4,000 naira. Only five of them gathered in the front of the embassy. Like I said the last time during your program that you anchor with Chibuzo, aka something, I said those people are hungry charlatans. Those are the people that they are using against our people. And then one thing I have to tell them, they have already announced themselves to the whole world that they are foolish. And they have put themselves in a very dangerous situation because they will never go back to Biafra land. Udele himself will remain and continue to sleep in the court house that the man that is sponsoring him is built for him because he's sleeping with a goat, the Wamsa. Then he has invited the general that was fighting war in the Yam farm, General Memo or Memo, whatever is his name. That one, he said, is a BSN. He was asking for money, soliciting money from Facebook. We are going to fight war, but he ended up fighting war in the Gari farm and in the Yam farm. Is that the people? What a shame! My surprise, he appeared again on video. I'm in the bush of Niger Delta Creek. I'm talking from bush of Niger Delta Creek.
Scavenger.
I'm in the bush.
He says scavenger.
All the Sunday, he appeared again in Abuja, and he's talking with Udele. But is it not a shame that Udele was deported from Turkey to the zoo again to hellfire? That the only thing he can do is to be taking money from Alahaji, from Joy Bekweda and other people, to be talking bad about Mazina and they can. Well, they come late. They are late. Because Uchemefo, the one that Uchemefo is doing now is even worse than their own. But one thing they must know, Biafra must come. There's no two ways about it. If they like, let them try. Biafra must come. And Biafras around the world, let us remain stand in it. Let us remain. Let us stand shoulder to shoulder with our leader, Mazin and the Kano. He's the only man. The rest of them are fake. Now fake. Any group, government, and Biafra government de facto, is fake. Asari Tokubo, the greatest criminal of all time. Mr. 20 million. Is that the one that you want to leave you? Go and join IPOB and support ESN. I saw, and the Biafra will come. Mazi, thank you. Let me leave the floor for other people to talk.
Thank you, Mazi.
I continue to bless all you guys in the studio. You guys are doing the marvelous work. Thank you. Bless you people.
He said, please, my fellow comrade, wait, hold on. I want to take more call, maybe one or two more call. Then when we want to contribute, if you have anything you have to say about any of the calls that come in, then you will go ahead and do that. Let me return this call. This person has been calling. This person has been calling. I think I have to answer someone who is calling. I have to answer someone who is calling. Somebody is calling us. Yes, we have to answer this call. Yeah, welcome to this program, As the Hot. Welcome to the program, As the Hot.
As the Hot, my son will talk. In fact,
Tell us.
My name is Chijoke. I'm calling from United States of America. I am happy with what I see my brothers doing. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you. In fact, each day I wake up and I hear your voice, full of you there. I call you people the significance of love of Biafra, because LOVE. Because this we are doing in out of love. That's what Mazen Nandekalo has dedicated himself to do this for his people. But where I am going first is this entity called DK. I wish I am at home, I will just picture their place and show you how wretched this food is. Okay. This what I mean is this boy is a fool. He is just making himself. In fact, the interpretation about just from a very poor who is himself, he called himself a prodigal son. He is a rejected son of the family. When I mean a rejected, not really pronounced, but he was nothing. This boy, he called him, yes, he's from Umuaya. The father and the mother is just a poor retired teacher. He's just sitting for irrelevance. This, I like the way we are discussing him. I wish in something further, Biafrans will make him to understand that he is nobody. Instead of this boy to help his parents, he helped his parents, he helped his poor mother, and the only thing is to think like a human being. He's just there, starving, trying to extort money from people. That's what he's doing. He has done it in Port Harcourt, it didn't work. He has done it in Owerri, it didn't work. He has done it everywhere, it didn't work. He just came to Abuja to seek relevance. Now every media is carrying the picture of Chukwuma. Who is he? Even in our community, he is nobody. He's not recognized. He is known as somebody. There was a time he was just felt that, hey, Josephine, that's what we talk. Because he is somebody I can't just believe it. I was just telling my mother a few minutes ago, because here, I was just telling her that look at the cause this boy is bringing to the family. When I hear all the gappers, even the comments, everybody is cursing him, calling him a fool and every other thing. God cannot even forgive him. And besides, I have sworn in my life that anybody that comes between me and Mazen Nadikalu, he has not seen me before, he doesn't know me. But anybody that comes between me and him is my enemy. That is one. Then another thing I want to say about your evangelism about our brothers in the night, they call themselves Niger. But I call them still. Once the middle belt, you know that these people called Fulani, why they hate Mazen is because he knows them very, very well. And all of you interpreting about this Nigeria, you people know them very well. That is why they don't joke with information, and they don't joke with anybody who is low. You see, you feel that you have oil, you feel that you have this thing. Look at yourself, look around you. Does it show you have those things? You can't have something and be betting on somebody to be giving you that. Please, there are many people from the coastal region believe in Biafra. As my brother Iken said, it's just out of intimidation. When they get those heads, they say, hey, this, they feel intimidated. But within them, they are suffering even more than we are describing. Go to that place. Most of them are dying without being reported. Nigerian media can't even go there to do a survey to report what is happening there because they don't want people to say yes. You see, Biafra is the only hope for everybody. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very, very much for your contribution. That is a man from the same community with the idiot that was begging Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to forgive him, the idiot that called himself a prodigal son. This man is from his community. He knows him to his mother's kitchen. And when people like this call on this platform, I am very happy because it is a testimony. They testify about the idiot that is always out there, scavenging, looking for a place to get something to eat. He's a very hungry. He is a very hungry man. Agro Dianaro. And let us answer more one call. Then I come back to each and every one of you. Yeah, welcome to the program, Aside Hot. Stop listening to the device and talk to me direct from the WhatsApp line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, brother.
So I'm calling from. My name is Izind. I've been doing a program.
You are calling from where? You are calling from where?
I'm calling from Turkey.
From Turkey. Welcome. So go ahead and talk to us.
Yeah, I've been following from I heard you talking about my Nkoro people. I want to give an idea. So I would like to contribute to my region, you know.
Beautiful. Go ahead.
You know, there is something you guys, we get from you guys to look into, like, mostly that in the Korean aspect, you know. The level of what people have been doing of recent about my people. I just want to use this medium to tell you guys that you guys should continue what you're doing. You should not give up. My people are all aware about this Biafra company. Yeah, they are all aware. They are telling you guys. But the problem is that they have this thing I was speaking of. You know, we keep threatening them. If you ask around the middle life of our brothers and people, they will tell you what is happening. You know? They say we get threatening all of them to speak. But what's about speaking? They know about Biafra. If there is any referendum today, believe me, they won't vote for Biafra.
Okay.
Please, don't take what you think is doing. Don't let you get them draw conclusion that my people are not supporting Biafra. They are all supporting, please.
I want you to, brother, I want you to use your language. Because the people, our brothers from Ikwere are listening to this platform, and this program is going to be shared widely. Use your language. Use your language and communicate with your people.
Everyone will go, everyone is going up and down. We have one of Biafra. We have one in China. Also, we have a Biafra is the only solution. Putting a good shocker. Also, we can also we put in her. And then one will about one fan and Zuma. Then again, we talk with them. We got the summer. The girl in Buddha. Yàtọ̀ ìgbúdà ló ń gbé them. If you tell me so, no, I'll follow it. Zero have all in market as well. You over there with them before me. But I as no just one time about nine. Before you know, I shaka. I should be able to put it as well. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. And God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, now I am coming back to my people, those of my gallant men that are in the studio with me, live and direct. Please, my brother, go ahead, Mazi Austin. I think you have something to say. Go ahead and say something.
I have a question. I have a question for Mazi Solomon because I used to call him the wise man of our time, and I know he will have some answer. And I thank God he knows about mad people very well. Mazi Solo, you know, one of the things is this. I keep the other day contemplating. I say, what causes a man to refuse to understand that he needs freedom? You know, sometimes, like as I am here now, that's one thing I said when I was making my video that idiot, one of the idiots who went to Abuja is saying. I told them, as I am now, I don't have a house in Africa for nobody to destroy. And I know what I'm saying. They said, I don't have a house. You have been here for a long time. But this is not the issue. My question is, what is it that comes into a man? Like as I am here now, I know that I don't feel comfortable. I want to be a Biafran. I want to be free. I want to be free, and I want people also to be free. Why are these our brothers are not thinking the same way we are thinking? What could be the cause? Sometimes I don't know if I'm from another planet. This is what baffles me, really.
Okay. When it comes to the brain of a man, there is different partitions in the brain of a man. So if you listen to our people very clearly, when they want to talk about the functions of the brain, they always talk about it in this way: akon uche. So if you have ako but you don't have uche, it's still a problem. And if you have uche and you don't have ako, it's still a mental challenge. So you have to have ako and uche together for you to function for your brain to function in a full capacity. Okay. So now, when you talk about freedom, actually, if somebody's brain is not functioning in a full capacity, freedom might mean different things to them. Like the one that was talking in the creek, freedom to him might mean just the money to smoke ganja, or the money to smoke cigarette. That might be what freedom means to him. As long as he has enough money to buy Igbo and the smoke, then he's okay. He's free. He's a free man, because that will help him to process in his brain that once this is done, I'm okay. I don't need anything else. I don't know what you guys are talking about: infrastructure, about future, about children, the upcoming generation. I don't know what you guys are talking, because to his own, he's already satisfied in his own mentality, in his own understanding. That is what freedom is to him. And so to some other people, because we are made too much to believe the way the money was created in Africa, and we are being given money. Now, most of the values we have for life and values we have to things has already been transferred into money. So everybody now is looking money, that what they see as a freedom is money. That's why everybody is actually hustling to get the money. That when they get the money, they have already obtained freedom. And some people also, freedom means to them to eat. It all happened in the story of the children of Israel. You see so many of them, as they are walking towards freedom, so many are saying, let's go back and continue eating cucumbers in Egypt. Even without them knowing, Egypt is a bondage to them. But for them, what they regard as a freedom at that moment is their stomach. Just when they eat cucumbers, drink brukutu and drink, they are satisfied. So that is why we are in a studio, and that's why we are drawing a program to actually interpret to our people what freedom is all about. Freedom is not the money, the value you put on money, and freedom is not the value you put on food, on what your stomach can eat. Value is not what you put as what you can gain for now. Freedom is not the value you put on what gain you can make for now, but freedom is all about full package, where you are politically free. You can do whatever things you want to achieve politically. You can free to go through it without anybody describing you of coming from this side or coming from the other side, or telling you because you are from here or because the color of your skin is like this, you cannot go through this very means. So freedom means socially you need to be very, very free to freedom of association. You need to be free, walk around your community, live your social life in full. Then it also means economics freedom, whereby you manage your whatever resources that is in your place. It is being invested for the interest of your people, not as when they come to Niger Delta, they come there and they extract oil. They use the money they get to build Abuja, build infrastructure in Abuja, but the place where you are taking the oil for, they don't have freedom. Their waters are polluted. There is no school, there is no road. Okay, so that is what we are trying to explain and to educate our people. This is just ignorance that makes some people feel like they don't need freedom. And it could also be a brain damage when the brain is not functioning in a full capacity. So somebody might not articulate that he needed to be free. I want to give you one story, and it could also be the very reason. I was told this very story when I was small, and a man described in his book and said a dog was put in a chain, and each time that dog run to that point where the length of the chain is, the dog will stop. Then it comes even to a point when they remove the chain from the dog. So when dog see the person, he will run to the sense spot and he will stop. He will not proceed because he's still having the mentality. He's already soaked into that bondage. He has a brain damage in that situation. So he cannot exceed that very limit because he has believed that I don't need freedom. This is just my limit. I cannot go more beyond this. So that is also what happened to some people who has already been into the slavery for a very long time. And now when you talk of freedom, to them, freedom is meaningless because they have been into this and their brain has already been damaged to the extent of not articulating to know the need for freedom for their life. And once in the Bible, you also see there that in the Bible, that every 7 years, God give instruction to the children of Israel that you should free your slaves. But do you know in those 7 years, after in their 7 years, you will ask some slaves to go. They will say, no need, we are not going anywhere. We are good with the slavery. And the Bible instructs the children of Israel that those people who refuse to be free as a slave in that 7 years, when they refuse to be slave, then you will open their ear. So because their brain cannot articulate freedom again, then you open their ear, it's going to be a mark of a slave who was offered freedom but refuses to be free. So these are all brain damage and or can be caused by ignorance, and that is why we need to educate our people that is important to be free, that what we have in Nigeria is not freedom, and we need to describe to them what freedom is all about. Because if you are free, why is it that you are almost second-hand citizen in the country where you are citizen? So they don't regard anything in your environment. We are talking about Ogoni cleanup. Since when that they plan this cleanup and it never happened? Just because they did not regard the life of people who are in that place. So therefore, they are not free. They are in bondage. Thank you, Maz. I don't know if I answer your question, but I will
Very,
always do
very,
it
very,
more
very,
small.
very clear. I love it so much. It's very clear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi Solomon and Mazi Okonkwo. Mazi Patrick, do you have anything to say? Because there's somebody that truly want to contribute to this program. The person is our brother, and he speaks Hausa better than the Hausa people. He understands the Fulanese and their language, so he want to contribute to this program. Because each time he call on my program, I always ask him to also speak to the people who are listening to us from the northern side of the country so that they may understand what we are doing. So if you have anything to say, go ahead before I bring him in, please.
Yes, what do I have to say? We are in the issue of Ogoni cleanup, and when you look at the whole scenario, you find out that over time, the mind of the people have been conditioned to accept their situation. The conditioning of the mind can come in different forms. It can come even through persuasion or intimidation. And when you look at the strategy of Nigeria and the Fulani, they've been able to corner our people in the river. And that's why when you come online and you talk about Biafra, talk about our people in the river, right? Those who come to tell you that people in the river right, is not part of Biafra, when you look at their name, they are Fulanese, Hausa names. They will tell you, say, these people, now Niger Delta, because they understand that they need to keep those people by the side to be able to deal with them. And the Mazin the kind of strategy of carrying everybody along is like spoiling a business for them. And that's why they say, why not take your 5 states and go and allow us, handle these people. Unfortunately, the people who call themselves the Niger Delta do not even understand, because their mind have been conditioned. They have been put so much in darkness that they are no longer even seeing the light. That when they even see, it's like when you see somebody who have a mental problem on the street, and you try to deliver them or help them from that mental health, you become automatically their enemy. You become their enemy. It is you that want to clean them up and save them, that they consider as their enemy. So the mind of our people in the riverine area have so much been conditioned that they see their enemies as their friends and their friends as their enemies. That we that are even close to them, that are seeing what they are not seeing, they see us as their enemies. That is why you see somebody from Ikwere, with even the Igbo name, say he's not Igbo, because the mind has been conditioned. And there is something our people need to understand. When you have been in slavery for a very long time, you begin to fall in love with your slave master. You begin to get acquainted with that situation. That
Yes,
even you because you share the roof with your slave master. They know how to control your mind. Now, the person who is fighting to free you will become your enemy, because your slave master is the person you see every day. The person who is coming to free you you could see him as a stranger, because the person you have contact with is the slave master that you deal with directly on a daily basis. So when somebody from an outsider, even your own brother, because let me tell you something, the Igbo nation have not played their role, and that is the area we have to recognize. Over the years, the Igbos who dominate this region have failed to connect with the people in these riverine areas. We must take that responsibility. We have failed to connect ourselves and make them understand that we are one. If not for the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have put so much effort in making sure that we reconnect back, the Igbo leadership over the years have given so much space that the slave masters have taken control of our brothers in the riverine area. That our brothers in the riverine area have become so much acquainted with the slave master that they now see we who are supposed to be there for them, who are supposed to be more connected, they now see us as strangers. And that is why you can see somebody like Wike killing Igbos in Igbo and running to Sokoto to go and give them 500 million, because a market was bought. So we need to look at this whole situation holistically to understand that we also have our own blame. We have our blame because we have not been able to do what we are supposed to do to connect very well with our people in the riverine area. And that is why they don't have that confidence, because they see us as strangers. Not that they don't know that we are all brothers, not that they don't know that we are all connected, but because for a very long time we have not been able to build that bond. We have not been able to build that bond. We have not been able to show them that we also feel the pain they feel. If not for the arrival of IPOB, who is now beginning to reconnect, trying to recreate that brotherly connection that we've lost over the years. The Igbo leadership over the years, Ohaneze and Igbo, and all these social groups are part of the contribution to the failure and the situation we find ourselves, and we must take that into cognizance.
Yeah, Mazipat, just before you run on, there is something I want to chip in. Actually, we know that there is failure of leadership in Igbo land to have done the good job to make sure that all the people in our areas are together under one front for political reason. But we know, but we'll also understand that there is a role that the British also play in dividing us in that very region, because they want to use this instrument of divide and rule. And secondly, again, there is a kind of song that we used to sing when we are little in a primary school, Shingom, Sweetie, Na Lapoto Mabo, Na Bede, Anthony. Now, this our people you are looking at also, they use this issue of their interest, telling them that they own the oil. You own the oil, you have the oil. So therefore, you should stand on your own. Because most of them in that our regions that has that brain damage is that they are believing that they can stand on their own. They can stand on their own. So they make them not to see the need of the togetherness with their people also. So they make them to see, you have the oil, you need to kick out these people, you need to kick out this and stand on your own, so you share the benefit alone. But they don't know that this is chingom, sweet, na laputo mwabo, na bedi Anthony. They keep doing that to lure them into that selfishness. So that is what Nigeria did and British did, and they get them to the corner where they are today, which their lands are being destroyed, and they are not able to stand on their own. The most intelligent and brilliant people in that region that have died in the hand of Nigeria, where they are trying to liberate themselves, and we must recognize their struggle. And our people must come to reality this time around that all those things Nigeria is using to lure them, you have oil, you can stand on your own. They just wanted to separate you in a very small unit so that it will be easy to deal with you. So we need to come together as a people to liberate ourselves, to enjoy freedom, to have freedom as a people. Thank you, Mas.
Thank you. And I want to say something here. I want to say something. Kalachuna Boonu. When somebody fall into a pit and that person is crying, help, 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 help. When you throw a rope into that pit, what is the job of that person? The job of that person is for the person to get hold of that rope. That you that want to rescue that person will pull that person out. True or false?
That's exactly true. That is true.
Hold on, I am coming. There is a reason why I want to use this phrase to start my own explanation. Because as I'm anchoring this program, I want you people to speak more. I want you people to speak more extensively, that our people may see that we share common value system and our own understanding is also interwoven. When I am talking alone, or Ikem is talking alone, or you are talking alone, sometimes people will say, what are they saying? But when you speak, I speak, Ikem speak, then we see how it's interwoven. When you talk about these people we are talking about here, Ikem is trying to let us know that it's because of the situation that they found themselves. And which you have also clarified that when you are already being treated, lived with a slave master for a very long time, that when somebody comes to rescue you, you will not even want them to rescue you. You use the Bible quotation to back it up. But I am telling you that anybody that falls into a pit and somebody wants to rescue him or her, if they throw a rope for you and you refuse to hold the rope, you will die inside. The reason why I'm saying this is because during the war, I want you to know that there are some people from Biafran extraction that fought against Biafra. And some of them are from this riverine area we're talking about now. Before then, what was the situation? Has the issue of oil been in place then? Have they been brainwashed then? Did they acknowledge themselves that they are the same people with these people as at 1967? That is another big question that we are going to look into. Because on my own side, if somebody like Kaenule Seromwiwa should fight against Biafra, should fight in the side of Nigeria as at 1967. If somebody like Isaac Adakaboro should fight against Biafra in 1967, if somebody like what do you call his name, like Ike or Masanda, Ike Wachuku, should fight against Biafra during that period of time, if somebody like Cyril Iweze should fight against Biafra, if somebody like George Kurubo, Alfred Dieti, Spiff, Emmanuel Eko, Ekoi, somebody Ekoi, Eribo. These are Biafran people that fought against Biafra. What was the situation then? Did the British told them to fight against their people, or is it out of the selfish interest that we are talking about?
There is something I would like. Let me tell you. The truth is, we have to. When we read history, we must read history and bring it forward. You know, there is some part of history that is so ugly and bitter that we don't like talking about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like we are trying to shy away from this part of the history, and until we come to terms and recognize where we, the Igbos, have also wronged our people in the riverine area, until we come to terms with this fact, we might never be able to achieve the healing we intend to achieve. Before the existence of the declaration of Biafra, if you can give me a minute, listen.
Go ahead.
Before the existence of the declaration of Biafra, there was a struggle led by Isaac Adakaboro, because Adakaboro was also fighting for this region that you call the Niger Delta today. It was our own Igbo head of state that arrested him in the struggle, because they believed in one Nigeria at the time. That it was even we, the Igbos, that put him in prison. We had the control. The love of the Igbo generals, including our late Ojukwu, contributed to see that the struggle of our brothers in the riverine area was also squashed. And these are some of their angers, that in their struggle we fought against them. We must come to terms with this reality. And the moment we come to terms with this reality, then we begin to find a way to reconcile some of these issues. It is a bitter history. It was a mistake on the part of our leaders in the past, and we must come to terms with this. You understand what? So when you see them continue to talk about their exclusion, even some of the fights that the Adakaboro fought against Biafra was because he wasn't fighting against Biafra because he didn't believe in Biafra. He took up fight against Ojukwu as in person, because Ojukwu also participated in putting him in jail. You see, so we have to come to terms. Have we been able to listen, my brother? Have we been able to listen?
Let me correct.
Have we been able to listen? Have we been able to come to terms for the mistakes we have made as Igbos against our own brothers in the riverine area? Have we been able to recognize our mistakes because we believed in one Nigeria, and we try to satisfy this urge for one Nigeria, which we still see many of our people doing today, trying to satisfy the urge for one Nigeria. A lot of our Igbos in the police are killing their own fellow Igbos to keep one Nigeria. In the military, are shooting their own fellow Igbos today as I'm talking to you. You see, so we need to come to terms with some of these issues so that we will have a balance when we make discussions. We cannot continue to blame them because they refuse to take the rope. What happened before we threw that rope? We have to also revisit those histories so that we're able to reconcile. Tell ourselves the truth where we made mistakes and identify with their pains so that we will see if it will be possible for many of them who are having biased mind towards us as a result of the role we played in history in the past.
Yeah, Patrick,
go ahead.
What happened is we are going to host another program in regards to this particular topic. We are going to host another program in regards to this particular topic. And when we host that program, I will make sure that somebody from Ijo is on the platform. Somebody from Ikwere is there. Somebody from Ogoni is there. Somebody from Urobo is there. All the people from referral area, I'm going to bring them together. Then we will open the floor. The reason why they have not acknowledged themselves as Biafrans, some of them, not all of them, some of them, then this point that you bring out here will be treated accordingly. Because Ojukwu, as a person, was never the head of state of Nigeria as at the time that you say he arrested Azik Adakaboro. It was not.
He was part of.
No, we are talking of Agui Ironsi. No,
Yes,
Agui
he had a
Ironsi
position.
is an Igbo man. Agui Ironsi is the one in position.
Agui Ironsi was in position, and Agui Ironsi was fighting because they want to centralize the system. Agui Ironsi he even contributed to the problem we are facing today, because he is the one that took over from the civilian government, and he squashed the system of a regional system of government and brought us together. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he was playing the role that was given to him by the Janjaweed. He was playing the role that was given to him. So as the Igbo man who was there, I want you to know that whatever he was doing there wasn't his own idea. The people behind him were
most of the things our past Igbo leaders did when they had position was not for the interest of the Igbos. They were acting naively because they so much believe. There was this interview that our late eternal leader Ojukwu granted. He said that when Nigeria got independent, that Igbos threw in everything they had, believing that they have gotten a nation. And that is the spirit that we carry. We put in our effort to see that we get the best. And that was what happened. Agui Ironsi unified the entire region, abolishing the regional system of government, was to see how he could bridge the gap, to see how he could unite even the country more in his own understanding. Not because Igbo man was doing badly at that time. In fact, the Eastern region had one of the best economy at the time. One of the best, in fact, the best in West Africa.
Anyways,
he didn't put that into consideration. Yes.
You see, we're deviating from the point we are supposed to make here. But let us move forward. Somebody wants to contribute to this platform, and he has been calling. Please allow this person to make his contribution. Then we will start negotiating and preparing to end the program. Please let this person make his contribution, please. Thank you.
Hello.
Welcome to this program, Aside. Welcome to the program, brother.
Yeah, Mazi Darlington. Good evening from here.
Thank you. Good evening, brother.
I have been. To start from appreciating our leader.
But you never tell us, say, as they
I have to start.
You never tell us, say, as they hot, now so you go talk about.
I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I see the hot, now so I go talk about.
Go ahead, my brother.
I have to start from appreciating our spring leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because I always like to start from appreciating him and telling him in Igbo language, Yajisike Nolo, he should keep on the work of God that he's doing, because he's doing the work of God. He's not doing the work of man. And you have to understand this. Anybody who is doing the work of God, man must be fighting him. But at the end, he will prevail because he's doing the work of God.
That's correct.
So I thank him, and my advice to him, he shouldn't, anyway, he know that it's normal, he know, because who sent him told him exactly what he's saying today, that he will be like that. It will not be easy for him but at the end he will prevail.
That's correct.
So secondly, those people that went to British Embassy in Abuja, they are irrelevant. You know, our leader used to say, if he doesn't have enemy, like as he's doing what he's doing, if there is nobody fighting him, it seems like he's not doing anything. So that is why when you are fighting him, I love so much when I see people fighting him. I love it because I know what he's doing. And he himself is doing the work of who sent him. It's not his work. He's not doing his work. He's doing the work of his father who sent him. And that his father who sent him is Elohim, to come and rescue his children. So for the people who hate Nnamdi Kanu, I am not advising them to stop. They should keep on hating him. They should keep on speaking against him. But what I'm telling them, they should know, if you are speaking or you are fighting against Nnamdi Kanu, you are fighting against the Creator. You are fighting against the 10 million Biafran that have died in this zoo called Nigeria. You are fighting against millions of people who die in Mediterranean Sea. You are fighting against people who locked up in jail in the whole world, who die in the jail. You are fighting against them. You are not fighting Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is only flesh who come to do the work of his father, Elohim, who sent him. So we shouldn't be bothered about those people fighting him. We shouldn't be bothered about those people who go to Abuja just because I know they pay them a little money. They went there in Abuja, speaking whatever they are speaking, thinking that they are offending Nnamdi Kanu, but they are not. That is what I want to say. And secondly, another thing is this: 2019. Darlington, are you listening?
The world is listening. Go ahead.
2019, make it 400 years of slavery. Did you know that? 2019, August 2019, make it 400 years of slavery. Try go and check this. 2019, August, make 400 years of slavery. Elohim said, because you have rejected me, I am the God who rescued your father from the land of Egypt, and you rejected me. And now that you rejected me, I will let you to suffer. I will vandalize you all over the world. You will suffer like what? But because I love you, after the suffer, after 400 years, I will bring all of you back. I will send my son, and my son will come and put all of you together. I will send you back to the home which I did for your ancestor. Are you hearing me?
Go ahead. The world is listening.
So you are fighting Nnamdi Kanu. You are not fighting You are not fighting him. You are fighting God. You are fighting the millions of people who are dead already in this counterpart called Nigeria. So all this sabo, we shouldn't worry about all this sabo. We shouldn't worry. Even Jesus Christ himself, you remember, even in the 12 disciples, there is sabo. In his home, his people rejected him. We shouldn't forget this. Even Russian Revolution, many people that the revolution favor, they rejected it. When the American want their freedom, many rejected it. When Israeli want their freedom, many Israeli rejected it. They work against their people. So what I'm saying today is this: we shouldn't mind those people who are against Nnamdi Kanu, because I know at the end, as the Ark of Noah, you remember Noah built the Ark for God, and people was going inside the Ark, and some people are laughing at him, but later it's only the people who go into the Ark are saved. A day shall come when it's only people, IPOP, they will be safe. Every other people who are against Mazen Nandokalu will be destroyed, and their generation will be destroyed because they reject the Son of God. So that is what I want to tell you people. Whatever you are doing, Mazen Darlington, your name will be written as it is today in the Bible. A day shall come when IPOP will be, all our names will be written in the book, and our generation to come will be reading it as the way we are reading Moses today.
That's correct.
Reading David today, reading Abraham today, reading Joshua today, reading all the Bible we are reading today. So we shouldn't bother about the people working against Mazen Nandokalu. That young man is a son of God, and he come to fulfill the work of his father who sent him, and nothing will stop him. Nothing will stop him, nothing.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
This is what I want to say.
Thank you, my brother. And I want you to use only about 3 minutes to pass message to the people who, to the Hausa people who are watching this program.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Jama. I sunana Maze Owadegu. Abu abu ndenike so ngiasu awosawa motalemu. Kasendu kamu baking patane. I come baking pata. Koma bature bazo ezo dege agidansu, ezo agidamu, ezo yana karaba mai namu, yana karaba gold namu, esa muduka mumuna pada. Sujesu ibundiga agere naku, sukama na bundiga, zemudinga keshe juna. Kase ya jima muna belchi ai, yenzu di nyaka mata suku awasawa, mota ne middle belt, mota ne arewa, kutasha belchi, kubi Mazen Nandokalu. So for the Allah ne yakalmanashi. Allah ne yakalmanashi kuma yasin mumbinshi zemufita a cikin abun da muke a ciki. Mba mubinshi ba duk wanda bai binshi ba Allah zai sine duk abun da bai bi Mazen Nandokalu ba. Yanzu din ba zai ka gane ba. Amma in kana da ido a ciki zai ka san akan cewa aiki Allah yake yi. In ka yi tunani Ezazaki ba Inyamere ba ne. Ezazaki Hausawa ne. Ga mutanen na Ezazaki an kashe su, wa ne ya yi maganansu, Mazen Nandokalu ne ya yi maganansu, wa ne ya kira musu lawyer a cikin prison na Abuja, Mazen Nandokalu ne ya kira musu lawyer, abun da ya sa kenan zai ka san akan cewa Mazen Nandokalu Allah ne ya tura shi. Ga Liya wata yarinya wanda su Boko Haram sun doka, sun je kuma suna sa ta ciki, yanzu ta arfe farkon yaro. Na biyu kuma tana so ta harfe yanzu wa ne ike magana ai Mazen Nandokalu ya kamata dukan ku tashi a Belchi ku bi Eastern Security Network dukan mu ameri da mu kasa inda Allah ya bamu abun da nake so in gaya muku kenan ku tashi a Belchi Mazen.
Thank you very much, my brother. Na itagakuye goro ndewo nwanne m ga adịrị na mma ndewo. Very much. That is our brother. You see why we are who we are, why we are great people. The way he's speaking the language, even I don't want to stop him again because I'm enjoying all those takamuku, even though I don't understand what he was saying. We are going to prepare from bringing this program to an end. And Mazi, I want you to give us your closing remark before we bring the program to the end. Give us a closing remark, Mazi. But before you do that, please give me just 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. My hands are up before Solomon comes in, please. Mazi Obaleze, Mazi Pat was saying something before about some of our brothers who felt being wounded or because of our past leaders. And you said something, do not forget, you made sure that you're going to bring some of our brothers from Riverines and Ikwere people so that all of us will come back to discuss this issue. And if you do it, I will like it. Because what the point Mazi Pat is raising is a very nice point. Some people are still having these grudges in their mind. But I think last time when Mazi Nandokalu, our leader, he hosted a program with some of our brothers from the Riverine. He touched also some certain things
based on that point. So I would like us to create a time with Solomon also to come around with some of our brothers, invite them. We talk about these things so that we will really know where we're going to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mazi. At this very point, yeah, we have actually tried because we have been here for hours and people are sitting with their data to listen to us. So the issue of Biafra, we cannot finish talking at once. We will always have time to come back to it and come back to it. But the most important is that we want us to understand ourselves better this very time. It's not going to be like what it is in 1967 to 1970. Whatever thing is the problems, we will engage ourselves until those problems are being resolved. And the point that Mazepat also raised is very, very important because there is mistake from the both side, we know, but actually we know that our brothers at the time of that Biafran war, they have already going through the deceptions of the British and the deception of using the Fulanis, to make sure that divisions comes among us, and so because these are the strategies are being applied when they are already known that this thing is going to result in war. So they started uploading strategies to divide the house so that they can win the war. So that are the things. But the sky has remained with us all this while, even after the war. That has even gone to the extent that Biafran lose and a lot of us died. So people start denying that they are not Igbos, they are not part of it just because they want to live or because they want to have an opportunity in Nigeria. So, but it is hard time for us to begin to put those things behind us to form a new front for freedom, for the purpose of freedom, not for the purpose of anybody coming to answer anybody's name or anything, but for the purpose of freedom, which most of our forefathers have died for in Ogoni land, in Ijo land, in all of our ethnic groups. Our forefathers, they died for this reason, even in Igbo land. So we are going to look at a lot of things, and I will appreciate Mazi Obareze to bringing this very program back again, in which we are going to be together with other people to discuss it, because I also have a lot to say in that direction. But Biafran, as a close mark in this very program, don't mind any individuals who are coming out in anywhere, whether in Europe, whether in Nigeria, anywhere they are just coming to talk about IPOP and talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Understand? Don't mind those people who are just doing those activities. I'm telling you, the reason why I said you shouldn't mind them is because if Nigerian cannot be able to stop IPOP, who is that individual on this very earth that is having mental problem or mentally drilled that can come and stop IPOP? They all have to all have to talk with their mouth, and they will go back to their room. For the fact is that they are not working for you and they are not working for anybody. So, and it's very, very good you follow us in our programs in BTV and in other platform which we are broadcasting, so you get yourself educated and they stop minding people who are not making sense. Thank you so much for making me part of this very program. I'm very proud for being here, and I will also wish to come back anytime you will like to bring me back. My name remains Solomon Peter. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you so much, Mwachineke. Over to you, Mazi Ikem.
Thank you very much to bring this program to an end and to make my last contribution. Our people are supposed to understand that IPOB have become a very big institution. And in every institution, you have a lot of hands, leg, head, tail, and people would always want to use an angle to benefit. You cannot take it away. When you see somebody go to embassy to protest, they too want to also benefit. They also want to benefit. They want to see how they can use the IPOB struggle to gain recognition. They want to see how they can use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to see Maya Chokwalu Pobele Chonchu Ife, because they know that the moment you mention that name that you are against IPOB, that you have chances of meeting people who might give you Nchonchu Ife. Some people should not take it as a big deal, especially with the level of hunger in Nigeria today. And people are hustling. Everybody is finding a way. So people who are going to embassy to protest are looking for those people who hate IPOB and Nnamdi and see how they can also extort. Because even the person who say he created BSMS and all that, his duty is to extort money. And if he can go to the embassy and get some benefit, I mean, what stops him from doing that? So one other thing I would like to say is that let us not be afraid to admit where we get it wrong. There is nothing wrong if we've gotten it wrong somewhere. We admit it, reconcile it, and move forward. But so far, Mazen and the Kano have done a great job, a job that has never been done in generations. Our people in Riverine area today, as much as some can disagree, at least they are beginning to understand that we have them at heart. Despite the fact that some of them are saying, no, we are not Biafra, we are not Biafra. But I can tell you that within their hearts of heart, they are happy that their Igbo brothers and sisters are recognizing them, bringing them close. And this is a job that that our leadership, the Igbo leaders have failed to do over the years. And IPOB is doing that job. And I believe that it is a matter of time they will start appreciating the effort. Maz, I want to say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be in your program this evening. And I want to encourage your friends to continue to follow our program on BTV, where everything is happening. And also follow As It Dey Hot, because now so, Maz, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very, very much. I'm humble also for you people to have honored this clarion call for us to do justice to all these topics that we have talked about this evening. Mazi Austin, please go ahead and give us your closing remark too.
Well, dear friends all over the whole world, I greet you all. I want to thank my brother that just left. Mazo Perez, I give you kudos because of your great job that you're doing on expository series. I call you the lion of Africa. Let me tell you, you are doing a great job. May God bless you. It's because of you people that we stand. Many of you that have been there before us, that's why we stand. Because if you people give up, we that joined new, we would have given up. But since you stood, we stand with you people and helping Biafra to come. Concerning those people who are perambulating with files, moving around, asking arms on the street, Biafrans, please do not mind those people. There's a way to know a hungry people. Their words are not steady. You cannot trust them. These are the people. And the only thing I want to let us know also, Biafrans all over the whole world, that the man who is leading us is an incorruptible person. He's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's a man that God called. He knew where he's going. He has a direction. He has the manuscript to where we're going. And all our comrade people like Mazo Perez, those people who have been here, Mazi Patrick Ikem, and of course Solomon, all of them that are our foreman on this struggle. We are all following them. They know the direction. So I would like you to be stable. Do not mind any inconsequential people. For me, I will say Biafra has come. That's why I joined. May God bless all of us as we join us in the Hot TV and BTV TV and also follow Mazo Popo, Biafra TV. God bless you, Mazo Perez. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. And thank to each and every one of you. And I cannot stop this. I cannot close this program without playing this song. Let me play this song. After that, I give my closing remark.
It's MJ on the beat. Nigeria's TV shape to go. Nigeria's TV shape Life's strong, it's don't smile. It's smile to get. What's to get? Life is not somewhere for another. It's not so structured. There was problem when they had to restructure Nigeria. One 1967, General Abuja, has the Abuja, General Abuja, they were set to restructure, but when they come back Nigeria government refused to do genocide laws don't call them war. Keep my people plenty, they call them war. Keep our land, keep our land, keep our land, keep our land. It's not too late, keep our land. Where the one door is structured, the people of the land for the structured. Everybody do all their tasks. Everybody do expend the gear. Terrorists, government to be don't you know that Nigeria? Never talk police. Nigeria government give for genocide. Our body situation on the settlement. Now everybody that you want to follow the Nigeria like this, because you walk into the road. Nigeria like this, because you are messing around. And when you suffer, you for church, and you are going to machine. Our curriculum for school, they just a history. Now where we go then, now how we go then, they don't look up to us. Nigeria government is like that. Nigeria government is like that. Nigeria government is like that. This movie, everything can die. People here and say, today we'll go. Nigerians no one, Nigerians no one, Nigerians no one. It has to be give us the ones, if our land is dangerous, Nigerians from the world. If our land is dangerous, Nigerians from the world. Suddenly, Nigerians in fucking say they want me from Charlie. Suddenly, what you go see, don't know. Nigerians in fucking say they want me from Charlie. We cannot go to Nigerians. Everybody come go. I do Nigerians in fucking say they want me from Charlie. My people want the referendum. No one to structure Nigerians in fucking say they want me from Charlie. Don't get Nigeria. Never talk police. Nigeria. Nigeria for genocide. Now everybody that you want to follow the we discuss our miracle. We know
Yes, thank you very, very much, my people. I remain your one and only brother, Mazi Obeleze Chukwu became. As you can see, we have brought this program to you today, and I believe you enjoy it. I want to use this opportunity to thank all the people that I invited, all my fellow comrades that I've invited to this program. Mazi Patrick Ikem, you're a great man. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. Mr. Solomon, the Solomon of our own time, I also thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your great contribution. And Mazi Austin Okonkwo, you are always there watching my back. You are my brother from another mother. And Mazi Tarinemi, we know that you truly want to contribute to this program, but the network did not allow you. I believe that our people used to say, if we miss the target today, tomorrow is another day for hunting. And I thank each and every one of you that have watched and shared this program. As it is hot, that's how they bring them. And I remain your one and only brother, Mazi Obeleze Chukwu became Ago Biafra one Kembo Nambun Wanine. I want to use this opportunity to thank our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the great leader of indigenous people of Biafra. You are our leader. You are our leader, and because of you, all of us have come out to support you and fight and get our nation restored. I say, may Chukwu Kema bless each and every one of you, and bless you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bless your beautiful wife, Uchechi Okukano, and bless every Kanu family. Bless all the principal officers of this movement. We are moving on. There's no man born of a woman that can stop us. All the charlatans that are gossiping, yapping, jumping up and down, doing whatever they think they want to do for them to get something to eat. All of you should remember that you have written your name in the book, in the bad book of record, in the bad book of record. However, as they hot, that's how they bring them, give you. I pray that Chukwu Okemema should protect every Biafran man and woman wherever you are residing all over the world. From this moment, anything you touch shall turn to gold. I thank each and every one of you so much for listening and sharing this program. Thank you so much. Wait, and we are going to bring more beautiful programs to you in the upcoming days. I love you all. Bye.